think Fernando Mendoza would be at the strip club, and every time the DJ would play like an air horn or something, he would cover his ears and say loud noises.
What made you like the under?
Have you ever done eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
Here's the lineup. Goots, please don't splurge every time I name a name. Gunnar Henderson.
Oh.
She goes on a date with this guy, goes back to his apartment, and he does Muay Thai. And he moves the coffee table out of the way and asks her if he can show her his Muay Thai moves. You know what? I'm sick and tired of this mush bullshit. If I tweet I'm going to bet somebody and something goes horribly wrong or they get injured the next play, it's like, yeah, you mushed them. I get it. Yeah. I believe in the mush. I believe in jinxes. I'm a superstitious guy when it comes to this stuff. So AC Milan is Italy.
And that's Milano. Milan is Milano. Got it.
Yeehaw. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the board review on the Book It Sports channel. Steak with a Seattle Supersonics throwback hat. He's really trying to get me all hot and wet. How you doing, Steak? Good morning.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? I just realized something. I don't like doing the how are you, because then it's just a good how are you, and it's I'm good too. I've been a big proponent of like not doing that for greetings, so that's my bad. I won't do that again. I wanted to just point out real quick. We've had some very interesting, or not interesting, but good comments already in the chat that I now know that everybody knows what they're getting into today with today's show, because the slate sucks. So already I just noticed that this was a very, very good comment. Bankrolls are so safe today. Nice job, T-Bone Steak. That's the warm-up, welcome, intro comment of the day. Floss Smooth, I don't see Floss Smooth's name too often, says, what a shit slate. It is a shit slate. We are going to, we're going to have some extra yappage today, which also I was curious. I used in the teaser tweet, the word blabber, because there's a show called The Yap now, and I didn't want to, no copyright issue.
Yeah.
Can we still say yapping, yappage, yap, or is that kind of stealing their thunder a little bit? What do you think?
I think we could say it. I mean, we're on the same channel. I feel like we could say it.
Okay. So if I was to
fuck Biev.
All right, fuck Biev. Yeah, that's true. If I was to say like we're gonna have extra yap today, you don't think that would get a comment out of Rav or Biev or Trent? I
kind of like getting comments out of Rav, Biev, and Trent.
That's true.
It's easy too.
Is it?
It's easy to get Biev worked up.
Well, it's easy to get Biev worked up. But I don't get a lot of comments out of Rav and Trent.
No.
Okay, so you just meant it's easy to get comments.
Like in the rankings of easiest to work up, Biev is the glaring number one.
Well, then there's like a huge drop off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, got it. You just meant Biev. I thought you meant it's easy to get it out of them. Rav invented the word yap. People forget. Did he? I'll give him some credit, but I wasn't sure. The app presented by Borderville. I don't know what that means. Wallow Drop Killer. The app presented by Borderville. Goots tears ACL.
Explain it. Give me an example.
Yeah, it's pretty considerate from Jeff to not try to step on toes there. Kind of wholesome. Thank you. That's the kind of guy I am. Beef's so emotional, but we love him. Well said. Yep. I think it's the perfect time for Hangman. Fuck, you know what? Shame on me. I don't have the whiteboard. Whiteboard will get ordered today.
Never get no goddamn whiteboard, dude.
Kirk Cousins to the Raiders.
Whiteboard is like a Rick Barnes Final Four.
Yeah.
That shit ain't never happening.
I don't really have a place for it, but we'll figure it out. Kirk Cousins to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Is this real?
It's real.
Is that official, or is that a strong rumor?
Official. Schefter tweeted it. Sorry, Ball Talk. It was the quickest thing I could think of. It's hard to come up with shit like on the fly.
Steak, whoa, what the fuck was that stray? Oh, you hit him with a Rick Barnes stray. That's right. He's a Tennessee guy too. Nice job. W hats. Thanks, Timbo. Timbo said, tried the Muay Thai move on my fiance last night, tapped her ass out. Very funny. Part of me thinks you're actually being serious too. Some are speculating that Degen and Steak would immediately slot into the 2-3 holes respectively, or that on that ragtag softball team. No, we wouldn't. Let's talk about that.
Some of these guys deserve some respect before
absolutely.
We shut up.
I'm ready. I'm ready to glaze. So Book It had a streamed their softball game yesterday, and I thought it was excellent. It was great. I was watching some ball. I got back home I was so tired yesterday. I don't really know why. I got back home. I made some chicken. I had chicken tacos with those low carb tortillas that are really, really good. They're like 4 net carbs, little cheese, little lighthouse ranch, maybe some sour cream on the other one. Felt good. Ate an early dinner, had a cup of tea. I was watching the Celtics Heat game. I couldn't believe there was like 80 points scored in the first quarter. And then I was like, oh yeah, there's a fucking softball game going on. Threw that bitch on. My wife got home late. She was like, oh yeah, blah, 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 whatever. I'll get all my shit together. I was like, take your time. Take your time. I already had dinner. You already ate. You were out late. Like, I'm going to watch this softball game. I watched a solid probably 10, 15 minutes of softball. So I got to tell you, excellent content. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was great.
Excellent content. So great job to the Book It crew. Excellent camera quality. I don't know who was holding the camera. I don't know what the setup was there. It was not great at times. I think they were like rotating players, and somebody would like, sometimes it would like go like this or something. I don't really know how that happens, but I don't know how it's set up. I jumped in though, and I didn't really know the score. So my first feedback is, I think somebody, I mean, this is good. And I think the numbers are really great. I saw like over 500 people in there watching at one point. You need like a designated person to go film that game.
Yeah. I think I don't want to shit on who it was, because I don't know who it was, but since they themselves seem to be shitting on who was filming, I feel like it's okay to do so. They did have a designated person, I think. I just think maybe it was their first time doing it, so they need a little work.
Go ahead, Goots. Is Goots there?
I thought Goots was going to say something.
Oh, yeah, I thought Goose was going to say something too.
Yeah.
Oh, Preston bailed. Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh, got it. Okay.
We got let down a little bit. But
okay, that's back-to-back days of games being let down. You had a bad cord. Now you guys, listen, all I'm saying, it's not Bookit's fault, but I'm saying like tighten the fuck up, because this is
I wasn't there last week. That would not have happened if I was there last time.
I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have.
Yeah, we need some more manpower. The scoreboard we got to figure out. It's just so hard to keep score, because even the ump is like, he doesn't tell you the score. He just tells you how much you're losing by. That's the whole thing. He's like, you got 9 runs to make up. Like, he's still keeping score, but that's how he tells you like how much you're down by. That's all it is, really.
I think you need to address the injury rumors. I've seen literally over 30 comments already, and it's better you tell everyone what your status is for next game.
Agreed.
I'm glad the clip got a laugh out of some people. I can't lie, it was funny. It was definitely funny.
It's funny.
But it felt fine driving home, getting back to the apartment last night, but this morning it's stiff for sure. But this has happened to me plenty of times where it buckles and it's swollen for a couple of days and then it goes away. So we'll see how I feel in a couple of days, but right now definitely hurts.
All right. Well, you held back a little bit there. You've had this injury for quite some time, right?
I have. Yes.
Okay. That's
why
important.
I run like on my tippy toes.
There we go. Yes. Yeah. That was my first observation when watching you, Goots. I was like, I don't know that you've really come out and said you're a ball player. I mean, I know you love baseball, but I think the first you had more than one at bat, but pretty sure I saw you get a hit.
Well, I had a inside the park.
That's right.
For the first.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what it was. I saw that. I actually think
all
that's
downhill
right
from there.
That was one of my favorite clips from yesterday. Was when, first of all, Gooch, you were kind of hooping. You don't have to be humble. You're definitely kind of hooping. But when you hit the inside the park home run and you were going around, Jovan got on his fucking horse.
Jovan got on his horse.
Oh my God, Jovan was.
I was like, "There's no way I can get home on this," and they kept screaming at me, "Go home!" And I'm like, "All right, fine."
Well, you get a sticker helmet, but Jovan gets a few sticker helmets.
I mean, Jovan's the best hot corner in the league.
The best hot corner?
Yeah, he played third.
Yeah, no, his defense was fucking impeccable.
Superb.
It was crazy.
I mean, you got to get the ball out quick when you're playing softball like that. Like, and we made a couple plays. I was playing first. It was good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you told me that you had a lingering injury and it affects the way you run, because I did think, I told you before we started, the way you ran looks like when you run across the tile floor after your mom mops it. That's what it reminded me of when I would run across the kitchen and you're like, do. But I mean, you can still move and you could tell that you're a ball player. But then when you went down into second base, you're kind of wondering like, how serious is it? And then you were limping pretty bad on the way back, but we're happy to hear that it's nothing too significant.
It did look really bad in the moment, but I got right up, didn't want to hold up play or anything. Like, Cam's money is saying I need some Lane Kiffin hot yoga classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's not lying. Cameron's money knows ball, by the way. But Cameron's money is you know why I like Cameron's money so much? Because he's gonna shoot you straight. He keeps you honest, but he's actually very correct. Yoga, because I have patellar tendonitis in both knees, and every time I go somewhere to get them checked out, they're like, you need to stretch. And if you're not gonna stretch, go to a yoga class. Gotta do more yoga. Steak, you used to do yoga.
No.
You never did yoga?
No, I wish.
I thought you did because you're back.
Nah, I'd be a lot more flexible if I did.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you
probably really need it, to be honest.
You do. We should do that. We should get into yoga. There's nothing wrong with that. Like pro athletes do it. And I have bad knees. You have a bad back.
Yeah.
So, and now Goots will do it too. We'll do it together.
We would have to do it together. Yeah, the three of us doing yoga.
Stream a hot yoga class.
I wonder. No,
chat wants to watch that. That's really weird.
Can't do hot. Because your phone will fuck up. But I would stream a yoga class.
What about goat yoga, where the goats step on you and stuff?
No, fuck that. I'm not doing any of that fucking hippie bullshit.
I just feel like that shit would be stinky.
I went to a really nice country club once, and that's what the women do when the men are playing golf.
I bet they do.
Really weird.
I bet they fucking do.
Really weird. But anyways, chat, I'll be fine. We're all good. Heart of warrior. Appreciate the prayers.
So thank you, Goots. Good job, Goots. Let's somebody commented it. Josh, MVP. This guy. I've been a big Josh guy. I thought Josh was good even on the morning show that Book It had, and now he's on the Yap, and I keep saying like, get this guy a mic, get this guy a camera, and he's been chatting a lot more. He's a good dude. I like Josh. Good vibes all around. Seems like a nice guy. Would not, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I would not have pegged him as like the top guy in the lineup. He doesn't necessarily strike me as a baseball player. If anything, I would say Josh may be like a lacrosse player, but he was fucking not stroking it. What do you say when someone's like swinging it really well?
Oh, let's go with stroking it. We can
he was stroking it at the plate. I concur. He plays golf. Okay, there we go. I concur. Josh was probably the MVP. Agree or disagree?
I got to give co-MVPs because, like I said, Jovan on defense just blew my mind, and I got to throw in the defensive side of the ball with the offensive side. Josh was probably offensive player of the week for sure, but Jovan defense. So I'm going to go co-MVPs, Josh and Jovan. Also, like Krabs deserves credit, but he also, I think everyone knew Krabs was good, if that makes sense. So he didn't need any expectations. He just lived up to the hype. So unfortunately for Krabs, in order to get MVP, I'd need like a homer out of you, I think.
Yeah, I thought everybody was mostly better than I expected. Krabs is a little unfair because, like you said, going into it, you kind of assumed Krabs would be like the top dog. You could tell he's competitive, he's very serious, and he knows he plays baseball. But he lived up to it, in my opinion. He didn't disappoint. I thought Trent. Maybe if I was to just say something, I thought Trent would be a little bit better at the plate. But overall, like athleticism, good. Trent was good. LC's an athlete. That's clear as day.
Is it a co-ed league? I wanted to ask that because they didn't have any girls on their team. Is it a co-ed league or is she the only girl in the league? I was wondering.
No idea. Yeah, I didn't see a girl on.
It's not allow us to have her.
That's another good one. I would say my most surprising performances, Josh, and then Fruity. So you would give your co-MVP to Jovan, and I don't want to take anything away from that. Jovan was excellent, and he impressed me. Fruity, for being a hockey player, I don't know, maybe Fruity's just a sneaky athlete overall. That was really impressive, the way he was hitting softball. So he had to get some praise. I heard that he was beefing with the third baseman. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Personally, I don't know what happened. I missed it. Maybe he was in the right, but when we played softball, I played softball for about 4 years. There was always a guy on my team that was starting shit. You know him. His name is Derek, and he could whoop some ass. So it's like, all right, let Derek do his thing, you know. But I was just like, listen, man, I'm not here to play. I'm here to play softball. I'm not here to fight anybody. But Fruity had some dog in him and had some skill at the plate. So I got to give him credit for that too.
Yeah, you really don't like being around people that start shit. I'll say that.
No, I got over that after working at the club. Yeah, I got over that. I absolutely hate starting shit. And I've told you my story of where I punched someone in the face and broke his jaw, and his father was a very powerful attorney, and I had the most stressful week of my life thinking I was going to get sued. So it is just not fun. I don't want to do it. If you get hit first, you got to hit back. You can defend yourself a little bit, but I don't want to have to punch anybody in the face. I just don't. So anyways, what is Wall? Yep, that's right. We got smacked in the face. Well, yeah, okay. I'd say hockey players can play any sport pretty well. Interesting take, Leb. Okay. Freddie was trying to get in a hockey fight. Yeah, probably. That's a little bit more commonplace, I think, in hockey. You scrap and then you leave and then it's over with. You're good to go. But softball could get a little weird. There was one more thing I wanted to mention.
Oh, Rav. Rav has to be discussed.
Yeah, we got to talk about Rav. Love Rav. Big Rav guy. I don't think we thought he was going to be a good softball player, but this is where I have to. I can't shit on Rav, and you can't really shit on Rav either, because I see a lot of us in Rav. I am still very surprised that he is no good at softball. I thought he would be a little bit, because he's an athletic guy. What's your take on Rav's performance?
So I'll go on a different angle of how I'm going to shit on Rav. You know what I didn't like? And I think Krabs might need to give Rav a little coaching on this. I didn't like how Rav was forking up meatballs all game. And then the second that ball got, he was bitching about the outfield. The second the ball got hit, he was bitching about the outfield. Before, it was like the second the ball was in the air, he's like, oh, the fucking outfield. The outfield's not going to catch it. No shot, the outfield catches it. When you're mic'd up, I think you got to be speaking a little more positivity into your outfielders. You know what I'm saying?
Very good take. Yeah. You know what? I couldn't really see what was going on in the outfield from the camera angle, which there's nothing you could really do about that. And again, I jumped in late. Did he? I actually agree with you that he wasn't a good team player in that regard. But were there like numerous errors in the outfield?
Seemed like it, but we couldn't see it. But just by the way people were talking, it seemed like the outfield was having a rough showing.
Got it.
I heard a lot of we need to get Biev on the next flight to Dallas to play outfield.
Got it. Blueberry Bart says completely wrong, Steak. He said, please catch it every time. Then after every drop, he made a noise.
Is that better?
Yeah, I would. No, it's not better. I would tell you this: pitching is really hard, and I think he does do a pretty good job pitching. So if people should know this, you and I was on a softball team, and then I think you joined the softball team, or did we have another softball team together? You joined the softball team, right?
I think I feel like I joined it like mid-season or something, because I didn't play very many games.
We needed some guys. I was on a team, and I was, my whole life I played sports. I never played baseball, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. They put me in catcher, because I guess that's where you put people who never played baseball before. My first practice that we went to, I was a catcher, and someone hit the ball in the outfield, and it was a play at the plate, and a guy threw the softball to me at catcher. It hit off the dirt, and it took like this weird spin. I had my glove like this, and the ball hit me in the mouth and almost knocked my tooth out again. This is a fake tooth. It hit me in the mouth. I was like, this fucking sucks. So lo and behold, you guys can shit on me. I'm an open book. I wore a mask when I played softball my first season as a catcher. Slow pitch softball, wearing a mask as a catcher is not a good look. It is not.
I don't think anybody in the chat will be surprised to hear that.
Well, I think people would be surprised to hear of anybody wearing a mask in slow pitch softball.
Except you.
Why me?
Because you wear shirts in the pool, you wear wrist and you wear masks to play catcher, which is totally fine, by the way. I'm not shitting on you at all.
Yeah. And just to be clear, you don't have to limit it to the pool. I wear shirts in the ocean too. So the sun's everywhere. So I wore a mask, and it wasn't because of the pitches, obviously. It's when there's a play at the plate and the ball's coming in hot, it might miss your glove and hit you in the face. I already got fucked up my first day playing. When I swung, when we would like mess around, I would make pretty good contact. For whatever reason in the game, live action, you get a little bit more nervous. Things move a little bit differently. I was terrible. And what I did every single time is I would like wind up like this, and my power is really good, but my follow through sucked. So like, it was almost like I would just hack it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I would not like follow all the way through. So every time the bat would hit the ball, it would just like dribble back to the pitcher. That's what would happen to me over and over and over again. They ended up putting me in right field once, and I actually was decent in the outfield, but it's still very hard to catch those balls. It's hard to judge the angle and everything like that. You have an hilarious experience. Now,
well, I've never played baseball. I never played baseball.
Fair enough.
And I played catcher. The first time I ever played softball, I played catcher. And I don't know if it's my autism. I have no idea. I found it to be the literal hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Like, I could not figure out how to play catcher.
You hold on. You got to stop doing something. You can't use autism as an excuse. Weaponize autism is a strength.
I want.
No, you can't do that. That is a lazy take. This is your problem. When someone tells you to do something and you don't do it, that is a problem. That is not you being autistic. So you have to stop using that.
Tommy J gave out 5 subs. Go stay
deflect.
Resubbed 7 months. Dom Smooth 5 stream streak. Snidesy resubbed. Ball Talk resubbed, and I think Budman resubbed. You can't gaslight me on this, but either way, I was awful at catcher, like the worst catcher ever. But I want to say this: I think you're being a little hard on yourself about the hitting. I don't remember your fielding at all. You weren't cranking it. I obviously wasn't either, but we were making contact and getting on base. That's the only thing. I really thought it was difficult to strike out in slow pitch softball. Not trying to make this a whole shit on Rav sesh, but I felt like one of the harder things to do was strike out on slow pitch. Like, I don't think everyone's going to be a good hitter. I'm sure people are going to pop it up. There'll be ground outs to the infield. I just thought striking out was very difficult.
Yeah. Ghost hasn't been here in 9 months. Good to see you. Got bad news. I'm on Rio too. Okay. You at catcher.
Does golf already start?
Yeah.
It already started?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Well, it's 10:25. It's it's in Texas. Yeah, it started.
I have to bet some guys. I'm sorry. I need you to do that thing you do where you talk to yourself for a little bit.
That's okay. Steak would do this thing like he did in the bars, and don't let him give you an easy out. Where I'd be like, "Hey man, can you tuck your shirt in and wear a belt?" And he just wouldn't do it. Steak would have his catching mitt up, elevated off the ground, and the ball would roll underneath him. And I would go, Steak, I need you to put your glove on the ground so you can catch the ball when it's rolling on the ground. He'd be like, okay, man, and then he would continue to not do it. So don't let him out. He's some other word. Okay. Now I agree with you.
But if you had to pick the word, what would it be?
I don't know. And I don't know that I'd even want to say it on here.
Okay.
When you are playing catcher, the pitches and catching the ball is like the easiest part of it. He made that the most difficult. The hardest part is when there's a play at the plate and the balls beam at you and you got to catch it. But softball, to me, as somebody who's never played baseball, it really took a while to get comfortable. And even just swinging a bat, like after like 2 years, I got a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. But it's like you see guys out there that just they make it look so natural. They're big and out of shape, and they can just fucking hit the ball. It's a home run every single time. When you can make contact because the ball, your hand-eye coordination, the ball's coming in slow. I agree with you. I don't think you and I ever had a strikeout problem. We would always make contact. Rav's got to clean that shit up. Like I don't know if Trent struck out. Trent had a few
I don't think that he did. I saw someone in the chat say that, but I actually don't think that he did.
LC got pelted by a softball.
Yeah, I did see that.
Trent did not K. Okay, we like to hear that. Time of J with 5 subs. We always appreciate that too. Snidesy, it's good to see you in here. And always W Budman. Trent struck out game 1. Got it. So, but anyways, I wanted to say in all seriousness, I mean, in the world of content, there's a lot of things that companies and people do where it kind of flops. But at the end of the day, you have to try. You have to swing the bat. No pun intended. That was excellent. So that was really, really good. Especially this time of year when it's going to be slower, no football and no college basketball, etc. Good job. Great timing for the league, and make sure to do more of that. And also get a designated cameraman. I think that would be great. I like the mics on the players too. That was good. Some leagues count a strike if you hit a foul ball with 2 strikes. Yes, you're absolutely right. That is correct. And that has happened to me many times. Connor Griffin being called, I don't know. Why does that name sound so familiar? What's up, Brian C? Good to see you. 27 minutes in and not acknowledging YouTube is crazy. LMAO. Okay. Well, we got to stop crying. We need to be able to bet on that softball game. That would be fun. I don't know if you can though. Pirates prospect, top prospect in baseball. Oh, They have a camera person, but since Preston flaked, their camera person had to play. Got it. Yep. We already went over that. Okay, good. What else did I miss? Apparently, I'm ignoring YouTube. I didn't even realize it. I don't really see any other YouTube comments. Okay. Twitch is buzzing today, though. But good morning, everybody. How many heads we got in YouTube? 62. Good morning. Good to see you. Anything else from softball that we wanted to touch on or address?
No.
Okay. Wednesday beat the streak should only be softball props and plays. That is very funny. That is very funny. I hit my streak play yesterday. Did you hit your streak play?
No.
Damn it.
You know how fucked I got, dude? I want to talk about it.
Do it. I know. I do know.
For Pete Crow Armstrong, the embarrassment play, because everyone was shitting on him. No props up on Prize Picks for Pete Crow Armstrong. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Roman Anthony. I take Roman Anthony over 1.5 bases, and everyone's like, dude, he's not in the lineup, which he wasn't. So I fucking switched to Jacob Mizrowski under fantasy score. Roman Anthony has a pinch hit home run yesterday, and Pete Crow Armstrong went over his bases as well. So I got fucked.
You did get tough, or you did get fucked. Shouldn't have faded the Miz. Yeah, it was never the Rays, man. The Rays are ass. There's a couple other things that we want to talk about on today's agenda. By the way, my wife's on a call, so I do have to keep my voice down a little bit for maybe another 10, 15 minutes or so. Steak. Yes. There's a couple things that we wanted to chit chat about, and then we'll do a little review of last night, and then we'll get into today's board. Dude, Griffin Jax, Cam, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this guy, but Rasmussen pitched a really good game. I mean, the guy, the lineup's not good. The bats aren't great. Yandy's the man. Junior with errors, not off to a great start for him fielding. And Cedric Mullins is just legitimately a fucking plant. And a spy, and he is killing us. I think he's batting like 0.48 or something.
Yeah, he left another few runners in scoring position yesterday. He really is a terrorist.
Yeah. Couple things we want to talk about. All right. Here are the topics. Okay. Then where do we want to start? Drake Baldwin is seeing a man. Yeah, no shit. Snowman, I know. What a weird day for aces, by the way. NFL potentially going to 18 games. Puka Nacua going to rehab, and the World Cup ticket cost, which I believe you texted me, was $11,000
for the final.
That's crazy, man. Where do we want to start? Should we talk a little bit about the NFL? Sure. Okay. So I was listening to VSiN yesterday, and they spent like 30 minutes on this. Yeah, the Pizza Hut pizza. That's right. Might have to get that today. I have a light day today, and then I'm busy Friday, Saturday, so I'm going to take advantage. Maybe I'll get a little pizza with the hot dog review for you guys. The NFL going to 18 games. Heard people talking about this. They had an owners meeting. By the way, I don't want to keep slobbering Barstool, as Willie Beeman says, but the coach's picture that Big Cat reviews is fantastic content. Yeah. He does so good. It's like, it's hard to even follow that up at all and even point it out, but it is hilarious that like these coaches as football coaches are that's all we really know them as, but as human beings, like you do see sometimes like, oh my God, these guys are such goobers. I thought, by the way, Joe Brady, not really off to a good start. I don't think. Joe Brady. Do you remember his picture?
Yeah.
And even like his interview, you don't remember that?
He could be a massive flop for sure.
He could be a flop. Yeah, he could be a flop. Snidesy says I'm in piss. But anyways, and I hated Harbaugh wearing the socks with the shoes. It was unbelievable. But anyways, they're at the owners meeting. I guess there's some rule changes that are going to come out. Somebody asked this yesterday. I haven't really looked into it, but it sounds like what everybody was saying that I was listening to, 18 games is happening. There's going to be 2 preseason games. There's going to be 18 games, and they're going to have 2 bye weeks. Do any NFL fans want this? And I'm asking you guys. No, that's not what I'm asking. Sorry. People in the chat. Does anybody like this? Because my initial take is no, we don't need any more football games. But then the first counter argument someone's gonna give to me is like, because I've gotten it before for other shit. Like, you don't want more sports? You don't want more football? No, I don't. I think that is plenty of football what we have right now. Plenty. If you say no, you're dumb. Yeah, like I don't know. Is Hovey being honest?
Probably. I just, you know what I keep thinking about, and I obviously understand the argument. Like, more football is good, except sometimes less is more. How much more Max Brosmer and Brady Cook football did you want to watch last year? Honestly,
Zero.
How much more football games did the New York Jets need to play? How much more football games did the Miami Dolphins need to play? How much more football games did the Minnesota Vikings need to play? How many more? Like, I just don't get it. The last couple weeks of the football season were complete dog shit. And then boom, you get into the playoffs, and guess what they were? Absolutely fucking incredible. So I have no idea why we need an extra week of regular season. I'm not going to complain either. Like people saying I'm not going to complain. I'm not either. I'm going to watch it because it's NFL football and it's the fucking best, and I will watch it. But do I think we need it? God, no. God, no. The NFL does not need another game. I don't think they needed the 17th game, to be completely honest.
I agree. I don't either. But it's like, you know what? Okay, we got to 17. But I mean, I still remember when there was like one Thursday night football game. And then there were like 3 Thursday night football games. You remember it was like the Jags and Titans? Like that wasn't do you remember that? That was not a thing. Now there is a football game every Thursday. There are football games, obviously, every Monday Night Football. So Monday, Thursday, Sunday. Now we have an international game where we used to have just one. Then we had 2. Now we have multiple. Pretty soon we're going to have one every fucking week. Thanksgiving. And the NFL dominates Thanksgiving. It's great. It's a great day. It's my favorite day. One of my favorite days to bet on football. It's my favorite day of the year. I love Thanksgiving. Now they're going to have a game on Thanksgiving Eve. Did you know that?
Yeah. And Thanksgiving was still okay. But do you remember Christmas, bro?
That's the next thing I was going to talk about.
Yeah. Let me just refresh your memory if you don't. It was the Commanders and Cowboys. Cowboys were pretty much eliminated from playoff contentions, and Commanders were completely eliminated. I believe Marcus Mariota started that game, but then Josh Johnson came in, if I'm not mistaken. Not 100% on that. Then you had the Lions and the Vikings with Max Brosmer playing QB, and I don't know. I don't think either of those teams really had much of a shot at the playoffs at this point. And then you had the Chiefs against the Broncos who I don't think needed to win that game, and the Chiefs who were also eliminated, and I forget who they were starting. Was it Gardner Minshew, or I don't even remember who the quarterback. No, it wasn't. It was fucking Chris Oladikin or whatever his name was. We need more of that.
No.
There's just no fucking way we need more of that. I was literally watching football on Christmas like, holy shit, these games are fucking pointless.
So football does not belong on Christmas. I could not agree more. I think out of all the things I would rank of what I don't want, like nobody really loves Thursday night football, but it's like, okay, we took it. We did it. It's like in your prostate check. Like you have to do it. You did it. You accepted it. There's football on every Thursday, every week. Football taking Thanksgiving and Christmas now is honestly like such a fucking greedy move that it makes me not like it. Like the actual league, the brand, everything. It's like, what are you doing? The NBA had Christmas, whether you like NBA or not. The NBA had Christmas. The NFL had Thanksgiving. The NFL says, no, we're going to take Christmas too. Fuck you.
Yeah. And to everybody in the chat saying, oh, the numbers, of course. There's no denying that the NFL is king, and you could put it on Monday at 2 a.m. and people would probably still watch it more than the NBA in prime time. That's probably the truth. The NFL will always be king, and I understand anybody saying, like, why would they not do it if they can keep getting this turnout? Totally understand. Just my concern is the reason I love football, college and NFL, is you get a feel that every game matters. Like every game really matters in college football. You lose one game in college football early in the year, you're like, well, we have to go winless now. I mean, we have to go
except if you're Alabama.
Yeah, except for Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Games mean so much in football, and I just concern like every week you add to the NFL season, these games mean a little bit less. And I think we have a huge, huge quarterback issue in the NFL.
Oh, massive.
I mean, there is so few good quarterbacks in the NFL. So few good quarterbacks. That the few that are good, we spend all year arguing if they're even good. People are like, Lamar Jackson sucks. Well, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
I know.
Jackson sucks. Imagine who else sucks. I don't even know who we think is good anymore, except Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. But yeah, I don't want to watch more Max Brosmer and Brady Cook, but I will obviously always watch football when it's on the TV.
This is why I like when people kind of take a stand for something. Until the numbers start to reflect, people are turned off by more football and more international games. We're unfortunately getting more of both. I am happy to not watch international games to try to take a stand. It's never going to happen. Like people are always just going to watch it because it's something to watch. So you also, at the end of the day, it's like, I'll just kind of give in and be a little bit of a bitch. I don't know that I understand this comment. Why are you assuming that the extra game you're getting just gives you another end of the year game? It's more like it adds a middle of the season level game. Don't think I agree with that at all. Don't think I agree with that at all. What are you? There's already enough middle of the season games. There's 8 to 10 middle of the season games. You're extending the season. And once the end of the season approaches, you want the season to end. Now the end of the season is getting delayed further. So
yeah, I don't really get it either. What he's
Tim's a smart guy too, but that I see what the point he's trying to make. He's trying to say this could add another high quality level football game. To me, that is not the case.
How would that make sense if the game he's talking about in the middle of the season is already happening?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the only
already middle of the season.
The only thing this would have done for us this year is one more week of Max Brosmer and Brady Cook.
I do not like the international games. I don't. I've been pretty. I don't think I've been like the first to the scene. The thing I pride myself the most is never being a Tony Romo guy. Like happy to be the captain of that ship, and everybody's come around to it. Great. I have not been in on international games before a lot of people, and this is where everyone says like, "Oh, DJ, you have shit takes." Like, give it a minute. Give it a minute. And now I'm starting to see people already say international games are so shit. They really are. And also at the end of the day, I don't think this is that crazy, but you have the Hovies of the world like, what are you talking about? I want more football. I want to wake up and watch football. I want to go to sleep and watch football. It's like, dude, you know what I want to do? I want to wake up. I want to fucking take a shit. I want to brush my teeth. I want to have breakfast. I want to get a coffee. I want to go for a walk. I want to fucking relax. I want to go to the gym and I want to think about my bets. That's what I want to do. I want to think about my bets. I want to have time to put my bets in. That's what I want to do. I want to listen to some sports talk. Okay. Maybe you're going to listen to us. I want a couple of hours to myself before an entire day of football. Okay. I don't want to just wake up and be like, oh, fuck. Brian Thomas Jr., fucking, touchdown. No, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Right? And yes, but international games are a big deal for international people. It's totally fine. Yes, they are a big deal for international people. Doesn't really mean I have to like them though.
Just 100%. 100%.
Doesn't mean I have to like them. I don't like them.
And that's
9:30 a.m. football kind of sucks.
Yeah. And that's not being like an American asshole or like, anti-Europe. That's not being anything like that. It's like, oh, it matters. Yeah, I get it. Like you want to grow the game. You want to play a game here, international, whatever, a couple times a year. We don't need it every other week. We don't, or actually now they do it every week for like 6 weeks. It's crazy. Yeah. Extra week to place more minus EV for many. We do not need an 18th game. That's a great spin and a great take. Not international. Very, very good. Yeah, very good. Is that music?
They're mowing my lawn. They're about to.
Oh, okay. No, it's totally fine. I like the sport. I love the sport. I want the best for it. I want us to enjoy it. And this is a situation, and I know this sounds so stupid, but more is less. And this is that adding an extra game is, in my opinion, so obviously not a good thing, but greed will prevail, unfortunately. What the fuck is going on? Go ahead.
Well, no, the Tyler comment, try 6:30, you East Coast pussies. Couldn't imagine. I really could not imagine if my day started. I couldn't even imagine.
But you know what? That's the one thing where the West Coast gets it so good every which way. That's kind of where I do like the international games because then they can get fucked.
One more thing, Mid-Major said up a little while ago. He thinks I'm traumatized by watching Max Brosmer play football. I absolutely am.
Sure. Yeah. I was that way. I was that way for a while. When you watch a lot of bad quarterbacks and Josh Freeman ripped my soul out and crushed me. And then Josh Johnson, the Bucs quarterback for a while. That was rough. Seeing him in person was rough. Josh
Johnson is fair. Josh Freeman comparing to Max Brosmer isn't fair. Max Brosmer shouldn't be on a football field.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying it's more so of like a guy you want to believe in that goes from being like a hopeful franchise quarterback to being so awful.
Yeah, like Josh Freeman got really good for me.
Oh, stop it.
That was a guy I thought was a hopeful to be a franchise quarterback, and he sucks.
You need to, honestly, knock it off.
With what?
Bro, he played 1 year and you're writing him off.
Stop it. We're not going to talk about JJ McCarthy on April 2nd or whatever the fuck today is. I never want to talk JJ McCarthy with you again. I can say JJ McCarthy sucks.
Dude, writing off JJ McCarthy is
my God, dude. You're going to literally piss me off. You're going to piss me off.
You're gonna piss. You've already pissed me off.
So patronizing what you're doing.
It's not patronizing.
Yes, it is, dude. Yes, it
No.
is. I can say JJ McCarthy sucks.
You know what you're doing? You're doing right now. You're acting like a guy who just became a football fan. He's a rookie quarterback that played his first year in the NFL. Yeah, you are.
I'm like 9 days clean, or at least maybe more than 9 days clean from calling you the word that rhymes with ass-lighter. Ass-lighter is actually funnier than the word I call you. I'm not going to call you it, but this is ass-lighting. You're ass-lighting.
You know, business bites back. Yeah, remember when you said pick a side, and now you're off of that side. But hold on.
You're off your side. You're trying to defend him, saying that he's good. Your side. I
didn't say he's good. Did I say that? I didn't say he's good.
I can't write him off, dude.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And I'm going to tell you why I can write him off. Because if he's ever good, which I don't think he will be, it won't be for the Vikings. And everybody knows that. His time with the Vikings is over. He sucks. He was a disappointment. I can say that.
Ridiculous. This is a crazy take. Also,
no, it's not, dude. No, it's not.
I made it so clear. And again, this is people that were like, "Oh, you love the Titans," when I loved Cam Ward. You're mixing up my words.
Man, just some logic in here.
I was very clear that he was not going to be a good first-year quarterback. He is a project. What is Snowman saying? I'm out on Degen. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're just.
Hold on. I don't know what Tim is saying. 8 months and 162 games ball of font. God
no,
forbid.
But we don't think that's fine. Nope.
Yeah,
we don't
dude. Tim.
We think baseball games are practically meaningless. I don't think that's fine at all. I think MLB baseball is.
You guys are not understanding something. Let me just make this one point, and then we can move on from JJ McCarthy. Do you know why they signed Kyler Murray? He is not ready. He was not ready last year. Why do you think I said I am fading the Minnesota Vikings? He is not ready. He is a project. A project takes time.
He won't be a project for the Vikings, brother. He won't be.
Well, then you know what? You know what? That'll be because of guys like you writing him off too soon.
Oh,
writing off a quarterback after 1 year is crazy.
Okay.
Crazy. Anyways, you're gonna buy in on the Titans again, probably. Hell yeah! How could you not? When is he gonna be ready then? Oh my fucking god, that is insane. Yeah, the Falcons wrote off Brett Favre, didn't they? Quarterbacks should just come into the league. Did Tom Brady did he go in year one and light it up? No. Did Aaron Rodgers light it up in 1 year? No.
Let me just make sure that I have this right. You think JJ McCarthy is going to be a really good quarterback one day?
I did not say really good quarterback. I think JJ McCarthy can be a good quarterback. Yes.
You are unfucking believable, man. You're unbelievable. You're just
No, I'm really not. No, I'm not.
You really are. You're unbelievable.
I said
crazy. I don't even know what you're doing.
So many times. You don't go from Michigan handing the ball off 45 times at Penn State to playing in the NFL in 1 year. He is a project. It's going to take a couple years, just like what the fucking Packers did with Jordan Love.
You never once said that you thought JJ McCarthy would be a good quarterback in the NFL one day. You never said that.
I absolutely
said you thought he sucked. You thought he was the victim or the product of a good system, a good coach, a good running game, a good offensive line, and a good defense. So what the fuck are we doing now?
I always said, I have no problem with you drafting JJ McCarthy, but to draft him that high and have him be your starter immediately is a horrible decision. He is not ready. Thus, I am going to fade the Vikings.
Right. So what are you doing now?
What are you talking? What I'm doing now? Listen, let me make it super clear. You don't give up on JJ McCarthy after 1 year. I'm not saying he's going to be good next year. And people are like,
and I know you understand this. You kind of said it yourself, which proves my point. Yes, you do give up on them. You do. Teams give up on them. Now, another team in a bad quarterback situation might say, we can fix him just like the Colts did with Daniel Jones, or the Vikings did with Sam Darnold, or the Seahawks did with Sam Darnold. However it is, he'll get another chance. I have no doubt, but it won't be with the Vikings. So the beginning of this conversation started with me saying that I am disappointed by how JJ McCarthy's tenure has went with the Minnesota Vikings because it is a glaring failure. That's all. I don't give a fuck if he's good in 4 years with another team. I don't fucking care.
You're the one saying another team in 4 years. Also, how am I, by the way? That's
how it works, dude.
I just want to make it clear. The guy who told you, Bart, and bet against the Vikings because I did not believe in JJ McCarthy in year one is making an ass out of himself.
Do you not realize how insane it is to Vic Lap not believing in JJ McCarthy while defending JJ McCarthy and saying he's going to be good? I just don't understand.
I don't understand how you watch sports.
Playing both sides.
Because Steak, how do you are a fan of the NFL for your whole adult life. You're older. You're not 25. You're not reactive and emotional and short-term thinking. You just said how hard it is to find a quarterback. You just said
but let me ask you a question. How many times has a rookie quarterback flopped as bad as JJ McCarthy did in his first year and ended up being good for the same team?
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Very, very few. I think I know this is a crazy one. I think Peyton Manning had a very bad first year, if I recall correctly. But
you do recall that correctly. A lot of quarterbacks don't come in and light it up in year one. They take time.
No, they don't come in and light it up. They show glimpses.
Okay.
And they don't look incompetent.
I think JJ McCarthy showed enough glimpses of being a competitor and a guy that can listen. You know what? You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. There's a very good rant by Tom Brady who talks about this, where teams and coaches give up on quarterbacks way too quickly. They do. He talks about that.
They probably do, and he'll be on another team, like I said, because that's how the NFL works.
And you agree with it. I disagree with it, is my point. You keep JJ McCarthy for at least 2 more years. Maybe you don't start him. Yes. It's not, I'm not agreeing with him being drafted as high as he did. What I'm saying is not fucking crazy. You're acting like this is another language. Everybody keeps saying gaslighting. Would you stop saying that? There's no gaslighting. Tom Brady said the same fucking thing. I'm literally echoing that. You don't give up on a project at the hardest position in sports after 1 year.
Well, they're not giving up on him. He's going to be on the bench, so I hope you get what you fucking...
I don't know how people don't understand this. His first year as a starter, yes, I wanted to fade that. A group of guys thought he was ready. Kevin O'Connell and the front office of the Minnesota Vikings. I did not, because I didn't think handing the ball off at 45 times at Penn State was justifiable. You have potential. How old is he? Is he 22, 23 years old?
No idea.
You don't even know how old your franchise quarterback is.
How old's Baker Mayfield?
I think he's almost 30.
You think? Almost.
It doesn't matter. He's already signed. He's the guy. It doesn't matter what his age is. He's not a project. Baker Mayfield is not a project, just so we're clear.
You cannot know how old your franchise quarterback is, but I have to know how old mine is.
They already fucked this up, dude. They fucked this up. It's too late. You can't make that right. They went in on a first-year quarterback with a
Kyler Murray will make it right, man. That's the comeback story we're all here for.
Thank you. Actually, Joel CP rarely ever agrees with me. Young quarterbacks can become good. I don't even know what Fat Girls is talking about.
Young quarterbacks can become good, Joel, and I agree with you. It just normally doesn't happen on the team that drafted them.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. Speaking out of my ass is saying don't give up on a rookie quarterback after 1 year. That's speaking out of my ass. So you're saying Tom Brady's speaking out of his ass?
No, I'm saying stop doing that. I'm just saying what Tom Brady said.
Why can't I do that? It's literally what he said. This is the dumbest fucking comment I've ever seen in my entire life. The dumbest fucking comment.
It's not as dumb as you're making it out to be, because you're not understanding. They're paying one of the best wide receivers in football all that money. They can't have a project at quarterback.
I understand.
He may be a good quarterback for another team, even though I doubt it. He may be a good quarterback for another team. It just won't be with the Vikings. So I get to be disappointed in how this worked out.
Correct. Biev's reaction when the Vikings signed JJ McCarthy was justified. Do you remember that tweet? Are you there? Hello?
Shut up.
What do you mean shut up? You don't know what it's like to have a conversation with someone who's on a 7-second fucking delay.
Pissing me off. It's a lot to compute.
I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry that all of a sudden I got a friend who acts like he's watched football his whole life and says 1 year after seeing what a guy can do at the quarterback position, get him out. That's crazy.
I literally just told you a guy who fails as a first-round draft pick in his first year for a team is a flop 100 times to 1. I asked you to think of one guy, you thought of none. I brought up Peyton Manning, and he might be the only example.
Sam Darnold.
Examples
on Sam Darnold.
No. Wrong.
Okay.
Sam Darnold was drafted by the Jets. He was a flop. He never got another chance until he went to another team, and that's what I'm telling you. JJ McCarthy may get another chance on another team. He's not going to get another chance on the Vikings. Not happening.
Whose fault is that? Is that Sam Darnold's fault, or is that the Vikings' fault?
We're not arguing fault. We're just arguing. Just so you know, this conversation started by me saying I get to be disappointed about JJ McCarthy. That's how it started. So we're not going to turn it into a whole other argument. The conversation started because I said I get to be disappointed about JJ McCarthy, which I did.
That you should be disappointed with the organization.
Totally fine. You want to know what? I am disappointed with the organization.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. To be clear, you do not think JJ McCarthy has it, though.
No.
Okay. You're allowed to determine that guy doesn't have it. I don't think JJ McCarthy has it in year 1 or even year 2. I think he's got potential to be a good quarterback in the league. And if you're going to give up on a guy where he could be good at 25, 26 years old in the hardest position in sports, that's very unfortunate for the Vikings. They're going to make their mistakes worse. How about that? That's the way to do it. You already fucked up by doing it. You're going to make your mistake worse. That's what I think.
Yeah.
9 can only win if he cheats. I did forget about that, actually. If Kevin O'Connell is who he is, say, shouldn't he be able to make JJ McCarthy good? I don't necessarily know that that's the case.
Well, I mean, it's obviously not the case because he couldn't make JJ McCarthy good. But
yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Brady Singrad subbed for 9 months. He said the White Sox home opener postponed. Oh, man. You hate to see that for Steak.
I'm in piss.
Will we not talk about the shitty O-line they had most combinations in the league? Nope.
No, we'll move on. We're done talking about it.
They have Kyler. They're never going to play JJ as a starter again. Yeah, I think Kyler actually do pretty well for that team. And I think that was a good move for them. Somebody just
There's a difference, though, Joel, and the guys you're saying, because JJ McCarthy was so bad, he looked like he didn't belong on an NFL field, and he became a meme. Josh Allen, yes, he did have a bad rookie year. It was a really bad Bills team. This Vikings team, it was fucking talented with the best wide receiver and the best defensive coordinator in the NFL, and they were supposed to be in win now mode, and they thought he was ready. Josh Allen was bad, but everybody watched Josh Allen and said, yeah, this guy shows glimpses of a dude who could be a real fucking problem. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Looking at Eli Manning's first year in the NFL, 48% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Let's see what he did after that. 24 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Eli Manning. He played 8 games, 6 touchdown passes.
The thing about Eli Manning, and I'm going to strike a chord here, I think, when I say this, Eli Manning always was never all that good.
Yeah, sure. But in this day and age, I would take an Eli Manning at quarterback.
Eli Manning. Everybody would take an Eli Manning because he did the things and he gets all the credit in the world. But like that good of a quarterback, I just don't know, man. I'm old enough that I actually genuinely watched Eli Manning in his prime, and no one ever thought or said that Eli Manning was one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL until he made those couple of runs in the playoffs, which once again deserves credit. But is Eli Manning that good? I do not know. If his name is Eli Johnson, I don't know, man.
I just want to point out one more example. This is funny though. This guy tagged me. He said, "No surprise that the guy who had St. Mary's in the Final Four also thinks that JJ McCarthy still has a chance to be a good quarterback." I would say that about a lot of people actually after 1 year in the NFL. For what it's worth, I would say that about Michael Penix. Who else is there to say it about? I wouldn't have said it about Josh Rosen. How about that?
You still believe in Michael Penix? That's a good topic. Yeah. That would get me really worked up.
Yes, absolutely. He's too young to give up on. But let's just put ourselves in this position. Let's imagine that in 2004, we're here, we're having this stream, and everybody in the chat, fucking all these guys who think they know everything, are watching Eli Manning. And Eli Manning has a game, his 3rd game of his NFL career. You ready for this? This is hilarious. Yeah. He played the Philadelphia Eagles. He went 6 for 21 with 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. We're QBR guys. That's a 16.9 rating. 2 games after that, he went 4 for 18, 27 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That is a 0 QBR. So I'm just curious. That is the 4th and 6th game in his NFL career. He played 8 games his first season. How many fucking brainiacs over here in the Twitch chat would have said, "Get him off my team"?
They would have made him a meme probably for sure, especially since his last name was Manning. He would have been a meme.
Did Eli Manning improve? I'm just curious. Did Eli Manning improve?
Did he improve from that? Yes.
And that's what people do. That is my.
Yeah,
that is all my.
What year was this?
This was 2004.
Cool. 22 years ago. Just a different league. It's like comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron to Bill Russell. It's not my favorite thing to do, but it's okay. We'll move on. We can't possibly argue about JJ McCarthy, but I just want to say Michael Penix is probably one injury away from never playing football again and is immobile. So I'm also not a believer that Michael Penix will ever be any good in the NFL either.
Yeah. Maybe Jake Browning just needs more time. Not really.
Anthony Richardson, there's your guy.
That's a tough one. But this is a little bit different. I don't think he was ever a good actual quarterback.
He wasn't.
Even in college. And I hated the draft pick. They took a chance on a project. Did not work out. Now that is also one. How many? Let's go look at this real quick. I think this is good banter, honestly. I just think it's so funny that people are so matter of fact and they fucking know it all. When I just gave you a perfect example, guys can improve after their first year. That's all I'm saying. But somebody will be like, "You're talking out of your ass."
22-year-old example that did fit, but I'm telling you, in today's NFL, Eli Manning might actually have not gotten another chance with the team he was on. That's the truth.
And the truth is that probably would have been a mistake.
But in many other instances, it is not a mistake. The guys that sucked the first year end up sucking their whole career. There's way more instances of that.
Sure. If you're taking as much of a risk on this guy as you already did and let Sam Darnold walk, I just think you can't cut the cord after 1 year. It's my only point.
They're not cutting the cord. He's going to be a backup quarterback.
I understand, and that's fine. So Anthony Richardson, he played 5 games in his first season, and then he played 11 games in his second season. See, this is bad, man. 8 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 47% completion percentage. I don't know.
He was not good. I watched every fucking game he played pretty much. He wasn't good.
Yeah, let's just see what JJ's official stats were. Last year. God, this fucking is so annoying. All right, so JJ, 57% completion, 11 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Like slightly better than Anthony Richardson after year 1. Slightly better. So we'll see. Anyways, you can see AR has the physical traits to be good, though. Yeah,
quarterback though.
At throwing you're talking about physical traits to be like a good running quarterback. You have to pass the football.
Because the hilarious thing to me is the best running quarterback in the NFL is Lamar Jackson, and he's not built like Anthony Richardson. Like, I feel like you look at Lamar Jackson, you say he doesn't have the physical traits to be what he is, and he's a freak. So I don't even know who's built like Anthony Richardson. Josh Allen? Not the best example?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anybody else. Yeah, I mean, we don't have like
funny to me because I'm not shitting on Fields, but people say like he has the physical traits, but like to me, Anthony Richardson doesn't look like a quarterback at all.
No, I agree, but you're right. There's one throw that he made was crazy, and you're like, holy shit, he might have it. But also at the same time, like, can we just maybe chalk that up to like every squirrel finds a nut? Like, it was a beautiful throw.
He can get some dip on that ball for sure. But
no, of course, that was a dime. That was one of the best throws I think I've ever seen. Yeah. But he can't. If you're only doing it like once every now and then, it's like fucking Jeremy Lin dropping 40 or something. There's no Cam Newtons anymore. There's no Vince Youngs anymore. Everybody wanted that with Anthony Richardson, I think. So
yeah, Cam Newton's fair, but Cam Newton was the man for a while.
Look at the track record of QBs drafted by the Vikings the first round. It is that serious. Our organization is idiotic when it comes to drafting QBs. Okay, I'm not disagreeing. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing that it was an idiotic decision to draft him, but you did. You're in your mess. That's kind of my thing. We'll move on.
Yeah.
What was there was one more thing I think we wanted to talk about. We could skip Pizza Hut.
Puka. We're not going to spit. I'm not letting you skip Pizza Hut.
All right. Talk about Puka real quick. Hold on.
Oh, God. Talk about fucking Puka. I don't know what's wrong with Puka. I have absolutely no idea. I didn't think that would be the topic you'd leave me here with. There's
literally coming right back. Will you fucking stop crying?
Okay, what do you want me to say about Puka?
Okay, here. I'll make this easy for you.
We know you'll make it easy.
Did you see?
I'll make it easy for you. Puka might be brain dead.
Correct.
Really good wide receiver might just be completely brain dead, has no brain.
And I think I don't know if this is like a CTE thing. I think that Puka Nacua might have like I think he might be a total shithead. Like, you know how some people are just shitheads?
Yeah.
When they get to a level of fame, they just think they can do whatever they want. He's got like not one screw loose. I think he's got all of the screws loose.
Is he Mormon?
I don't know. Because he went to BYU, right?
Yeah, that's why I bring that up. Because how did Puka Nacua go to BYU and did it make him crazy? Did BYU make Puka Nacua crazy? All that soaking.
Oh, he's a partier, all right. And he's got some brothers who are nuts too. Then you go to BYU, probably never partied there, so he's going crazy. Yep.
Can I say this? And I'm not putting any bad juju or vibes out there, but every time it happens like this with an athlete where you slowly watch them like spiral, I feel like it always gets worse.
Yeah, because here's the other thing. How old is he?
Young.
I mean, he's 24. Like you really don't start to get out of this phase. I know they say like when you're 25, your fucking whatever develops. You need to be like closer to 30. He's got 2 to 3 years of really, really concerning era of his career.
Crazy. I'm going to say something crazy. I think I'm going to get more flack and shit than I have ever gotten for saying something in the chat. Last year, my eyeballs literally tell me that Puka Nacua was the best wide receiver in the NFL.
That's not that crazy. You're like 2-3 years to the party. I said this and I got flamed for it. Jamar Chase, bro. Justin Jefferson, bro. I said Puka Nacua was the best wide receiver in the NFL. That's why I took him to win Offensive Player of the Year.
He was insane last
year. He is insane.
Cheat code. Yeah, JSN for sure. I will not take anything away from JSN. He was incredible, and I never take anything away from Chase or Jefferson. Obviously, Jefferson had his worst year of his career, but Puka Nacua was just like, it just felt like every time you saw the ball go up to Puka, you just knew how this was.
Always. Yeah. I have a little bit of a take. I feel like this is a cop-out for people just being like not good people. Like, oh, he might have a brain injury. I know we say that because he plays professional football, I understand, but also we've all grown up with people who are just like they're bad kids, and then they grow up and they're bad teenagers, and then they're bad adults, and they're just not good human beings. What if Puka Nacua is just not a good guy?
He could be, but what if it is a brain injury?
Well, sure, of course. Yeah. But I'm saying like there is a very real chance that like Puka Nacua is just one of those dudes who is a complete and total shithead and now feels like he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. It's possible for sure. It's also possible that's a brain injury. We're not going to talk about this topic. I think the Jaden Ivey thing is some kind of brain injury or some kind of mental illness. So I think it's kind of an interesting topic in sports right now. Like people trying to turn it religious. I don't want to talk about that, but I think Jaden Ivey is a guy going through a mental break or has some kind of brain issue. And with Puka, that's sort of how I feel too. But like you said, it could always just be a guy who's like, I can fucking get away with anything.
That's kind of what I know Bramble is saying it. We don't know. It could be. I want to make it very clear because it's like I say things and people don't hear me. I don't know either. But my point is when somebody does something bad, it's a little bit of a cop-out to just immediately say like brain injury. You know what I mean? Like there are people who commit crimes, like actual really bad crimes, and they get off because it's like, oh, he's insane. And it's like, yeah, but you're still probably at fault. Like you are accountable for some of your actions. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of just what I'm saying. Yeah. His brother keeps getting arrested too. He was a late pick.
The brother too. Yeah, the brother doing some dumb shit.
Yeah. See, I don't think it's the AB situation.
That's how I'm comparing it. That's why I said it always gets worse because I am kind of comparing it to the beginning stages of the AB situation.
I like hot take. Puka doesn't have a brain injury, and we just take responsibility for our crappy actions, dude.
Yeah. I understand that. It's a fair way to put it.
It's a very, very fair way to put it. You can present both arguments, but this always has to be said, in my opinion. Has to have that other side because I think you just let people off the hook too much for doing dumb shit. I think Puka is good. Best receiver in the league is a little crazy. Yeah, that's what people said. They flame me. That was one of my chalk it up. That was a Degen shit take at the time. Look what happens and how that one bloomed a couple years later. All right, Pizza Hut hot dog. Do I need to try this?
I think you've already kind of committed.
Yeah, but like it. Okay, if you haven't seen this, Pizza Hut has had stuffed crust for a while. And one time I was craving it. My wife was too. And I left my office. I was working in downtown Manhattan, and I went to a Pizza Hut. I was like, babe, I'm going to pick up Pizza Hut stuffed crust on the way home. That location did not have it. So I was like, well, fuck. They're like, oh yeah, all the franchises are different or whatever. Because she had seen a commercial. It was like stuffed crust back, whatever. I took a cab to fucking the area, not in Times Square, but by Times Square in Midtown. Got out, got the stuffed crust pizza. They put it in the box, by the way, and then they put it in like this long sleeve bag and they turn it up like vertically. I'm like, this is weird. Took another cab back. It was pouring rain home. Open up the box. The whole thing like folded over. It was disgusting. It may as well have been a big calzone. I haven't had stuffed crust in a while. I like stuffed crust. This is not stuffed crust. This is a hot dog in the crust.
Yeah.
With Pizza Hut pizza.
Wait, what's the chat saying about it only being available in Canada?
Well, this is why we do this.
This is why we do this.
This is why we do this. Like Canada doing that?
I want to be clear. Stuffed crust is delicious. I haven't had it in a long time, but like even the idea of it is delicious. This is probably going to be disgusting.
I kind of agree.
And are you going to have the crust and the pizza? You're going to have a whole slice of pizza with the stuffed crust hot dog. That's how you're going to do it?
Also, this is a horrible, eating pizza in NYC should be a crime. Horrible take. I had a great debate one time. Quick story. Me, Greg, and our friend Mark were in a place called Molly's Bar. It's in Kips Bay. They have a great burger. You been there?
No.
What are you doing that for then?
The stuffed crust pizza hot dog was an April Fool's joke, right? This is kind of a good point.
No. Wait. The journey of the hot dog bites and pizza? Pizza Hut Canada.
Motherfucker. Got to call up Ryan.
Only available in Canada.
Ryan, Sarah, we need you. Somebody fucking get the bat signal.
Well, anyways, we were talking about this and I was like, oh, like every now and then I like getting Domino's. You know, it's just like nostalgia. Like I grew up on it, whatever. And Greg and Mark were on their high horse, like, oh, you can't live in New York and eat fucking Domino's. And we were waiting to get seated and we were having this big debate, whatever. And it was so funny. We were next to the bar and there was probably 5 or 6 people and the hostess. Are you listening to the story? Because this is like a scene in a movie.
Yeah.
And this couple is right there at the bar and the wife turns over and she's like, for what it's worth, I agree with you. Like we live in New York and every now and then I just crave like, you know, fast food or shit food or whatever. And like, we'll get a Domino's or pizza every now and then. I was like, thank you. Domino reaction. No pun intended. The people next to them turn around and are like, yeah, same. Like we crave that every now and then too. Then the hostess, same thing. Like, oh yeah, I like getting Domino's every now and then too. So that whole fucking, oh my God, you live in New York and you get that. Shut the fuck up. Sometimes you want a little bit of what you were raised on. All right. A little nostalgia.
Let me just say,
food department.
I'm not prepared to say that New York City pizza is overrated because I don't think that would be the correct way to say it. But there's so much bad pizza in New York.
Yeah.
Like, so much pizza that isn't good. So it's as a whole, I kind of want to call it overrated. Like there's really good pizza in New York too. Don't get me wrong. You just have to know where to find it. But I feel like people who have never been to New York or aren't from there just say like, and not I will. I know he's from there because you met him at the Long Island game. But I feel like people say like, oh, you can go into any fucking place and get a slice and it's going to be New York style pizza and it's great. And it's like,
Everybody needs to hear this. And this is the problem. When people don't like me and they're like, oh, you just don't like everything. And that. All of you listening, you all have friends on social media that post shit and you believe everything. That's what you do. Sometimes people in relationships post shit and you think they're the happiest people on earth. I'm here to tell you what the real world is. In reality, those motherfuckers are likely miserable. Those are their percentages. Okay. I'm not saying it's everybody. Those are the percentages. All right. Your friends, whether they visit or they live in New York, make it seem like this is the best place on earth and you can walk in anywhere and get the best of whatever it sells. You go into a deli, you get the best sandwich. You go to a bagel shop, you get the best bagel. You go to a pizza place, you get the best pizza. I'm here to tell you the real life. Wake the fuck up one time.
Did you just flick your camera off?
Yeah, I did.
That was honestly pretty incredible.
I know.
It was a really good take by you, followed with a really good flick, which I loved. Can I just say one thing? I mean, you nailed it.
I'm not even done, but go ahead.
Oh, no, please keep going then. It's too good. Keep going.
Everything is not that rosy. Everything is not that perfect. Everything is not that great. I walk around this city all day, every day, and I have done it for 13 years. I can promise you it is filled with underwhelming and disappointing food. Just because it's New York, it's not fucking magical, okay? So get your fucking head out of your ass. Every single one of you wants to live in La La Land. That's not reality, okay? So every now and then, get off my fucking ass about getting Domino's once a year. Go ahead.
Great job. If I had the clapping soundboard, I'd give it to you. You talked about the relationships or the couples that like are always posting. You know what's so funny is anytime I see the couple, you know, when the couple posts a really extensive photo shoot, like it looks like they paid thousands of dollars to get this photo shoot done. It's not for an engagement. It's not for anything special. They just decided like, we're going to have a photo shoot, right? I immediately am like, which one of you cheated? Was it you or was it you? One of you guys cheated, and that's why this fucking photo shoot is happening. Because if that didn't happen, you just take fucking normal pictures like normal fucking people.
Yeah. That is very well said. And I actually know of a real life situation.
Example of that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's so good. That is so good. Yeah, listen, nobody comes to New York and seeks out shitty food, just to make that perfectly clear. But when you live somewhere every day of your life, it's like fucking relax. You can get fucking Popeyes, you can get Taco Bell, you can get McDonald's every now and then. It's not like you live in New York. How are you going to eat that? Shut up. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Luger's overrated. Sorry. There's another one. Cool ambiance, old school place, has a phenomenal hamburger. The steak is good, overrated.
I went and enjoyed it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a cool spot to go to, 100%. I think I've been probably 5 times. It's far from the best steakhouse in New York City. I wish DJ watched Summer House. I need his Kyle Amanda. Yeah, I know.
I don't know what that is.
You're not moving to New York for the food? That's crazy because it's a phenomenal food scene. That's actually like majority of the reason that a lot of people live here is because you get a little bit of every type of cuisine. I do have to pee.
Okay.
I have to take a piss break. So a little review of last night, and then we'll talk about the games tonight.
Yep.
All right. Quick piss break, and we will be right back after these words. I just had a really, really good thought.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about JJ McCarthy, but we are talking about the act of giving up on quarterbacks too soon. You know who's in a really, really tough position? Excuse me. The Panthers.
They are.
Are they not?
Because of Bryce Young?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Talk about a guy that people were ready to write off and are still ready to write off, but they're not giving up on him. So you're talking about like moving on from a quarterback. That's what everybody was saying. You get 1 year, you have 1 year, you have a bad year, you got to move on. Bryce Young, they gave him 3 years now. Going to be 3 years.
Yeah. Do you think Bryce Young hasn't shown a lot of improvement?
Well, yeah, but that's kind of my point. They were in a very tough situation to be like, did we fuck up that bad? And this guy is that bad and we have to move on. But he has improved. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you're trying to compare it, it's not comparable because he was the number 1 overall pick. They always did that. And they gave up so much to get the number 1 overall pick. You got to remember that wasn't their pick. It was the Bears pick. So it is different. But do I get what you're saying? A little bit. But I don't know if I agree that the Panthers are fucked.
No, I didn't say they were fucked.
I thought you said that's how you started this.
No, sorry. The Panthers were in that very tough position where they appeared to be.
He's always getting a second year, just like every number 1 overall pick will always get a second year.
Yeah. And again, this is irrelevant because that's not what I'm arguing. They shouldn't have drafted JJ, but they did. So again, it's, do you just give up on him now or do you try to improve the guy you got?
Well, they're not giving up, but they're also not continuing with him because he's a backup.
Yeah.
So
And that's fair. I think what the Vikings did was the right move, signing Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I don't know who else would have been a better move. You can't sign Kirk. You can't sign Aaron Rodgers.
there wasn't many options.
There wasn't many options. So I think that was the best possible outcome for the Vikings. So, Degen, have you heard of the sunk cost fallacy? No.
Sounds interesting.
I think I get it, but I'd love to hear actually like it broken down. Do it on your show today, Snowman. Are you going live at 12 or are you going live whenever the fuck you want? Bryce also didn't have top wide receiver according to league year one either. He did not. It's a very good point. All right. Let's do a little recap of yesterday. What did I do? Oh, I sold the set Sunday stick. Sorry about that. Great job at the Yankees, by the way. Wagon, Schlittler, another unbelievable performance. I had the Minnesota Gophers plus 3.5. They lost by fucking 20. Let's start. You want to start in the NBA?
Sure.
Okay. Talk about a little NBA. You know what's so funny? I decided to bet the Magic last night, and I texted you, and you said so did I. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe we were both on the Orlando Magic yesterday. That was unbelievable. I tweeted about this. 9 games in the NBA. Average points scored per game, 252. Unbelievable. Nobody's playing defense. I get it. People are tanking. Nobody cares. Understand. But, if you ask Chef Timbo Slice, hey, add fucking 5 more games. Make a few more in-season games meaningful. 153, 131 Sixers. The Hawks, 130, 101. The Hawks were 2.5-point favorites. It was never the Orlando Magic on a back-to-back. The Hawks scored 47 points in the second quarter. Can I ask you, and I want to make sure I'm not being a prisoner of the moment, that is 1-3 away from a 50-point quarter. Has there been a 50-point quarter this season?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. The Magic are like a horrendous joke of a team. They're a fucking
TMC
joke.
Time says, yep, really. Oh, my God. Oh, they had 55 last night? I was watching that fucking game. I don't even remember that. That was unbelievable. Yep, you're right. 53. Oh my God, that was so crazy. I couldn't believe what I was watching. They had, what did I say? 22 points in the first 2 minutes. That was unbelievable. Nobody could miss. It was crazy. Boston 147, 129. Man, Jaylen Brown fucking 43 points. Jason Tatum had a triple-double. Boston looked good. Sacramento 123, 115. They beat the Raptors. The Knicks woke up. They did not cover the 13.5-point spread, but 130 to 119. Also, Chewy, cover your ears. Well, Chewy's not even a Bulls fan anymore. The Bulls were favored last night. I meant to ask you this. I meant to say how many times this year have the Bulls been favored? Pacers outright. 145, 126. Hilarious. RIP to the Bulls. The Rockets won, but they were 19.5-point favorites. They only won by 6. Denver beat up Utah 130 to 117. And the Spurs, they were 14.5-point favorites. They won by 14, 127 to 123. So it looks like pretty much every favorite won in the NBA last night, except the Bulls.
They've been winning.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is not accurate. The Raptors did not win. They were 12.5-point favorites.
Yeah, they're the favorite that lost. I think the only one.
The NHL, just a couple games. I did fade the Ducks. That came through. I took the Sharks. Sorry. I know Sura has a big future on the Ducks to win the division. They're in a little bit of a tailspin towards the end of the year, and Edmonton is rolling. I'm going to lean into that. Steak, this is fun. The Colorado Avalanche were minus 430 to win the game last night against the Vancouver Canucks. They lost 8-6.
Saw that.
Wild.
You saw Trent parlay them with the Dodgers, right?
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did. Bozo Pack, Avs, Dodgers. I think both lost outright.
Oh my God, the Dodgers lost too.
Dodgers lost to the Guardians.
Dude, what would that have fucking paid?
Oh,
I think I heard that the Canucks on the reverse puck line minus 1.5 was 7-1, and they covered.
Yeah, it would have to be, right?
Yeah, because I mean they're plus 370 to win. Holy shit, Fruity had the Canucks plus 2.5. Wow, sharp. And the Kings beat the Blues. Fuck the Blues. I don't know if I'm going to hit their win total under. I got to find that. Yesterday we had a great slate of day baseball. Steak, I had a couple things written down. No, I didn't actually. I didn't have a lot of things written down. I didn't like the board. The Braves won 5-1. Shea Langoliers, 5th home run. He is leading the MLB. The Orioles 8-3. I took Alonso over 1.5 bases.
Don't put Chris Sale. We nailed that. He absolutely fucking shoved. Besides
You
that,
nailed that. You nailed that.
He's looking like one of the best pitchers in the MLB. 0.75 ERA. That Langalier's home run is the only run he's given up so far this year.
Wow.
I just like the Braves this year. Can't help it.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to give you credit too. I don't know how you did for the entire day, but
that's good. So let's blaze me first.
Okay. You like the Orioles, and you were right. It was not the bounce back game for Eovaldi. Remember, we talked about this. We dug into it a little bit. 36 years old, maybe a little bit of a regression candidate. We'll keep that in mind. I played Alonso over 1.5 bases. He started the game with a single. He had nothing after that. I'm a little pissed off about losing that wager, but great job. The Pittsburgh Pirates against the Cincinnati Reds. Pirates won 8-3. Did you also say you wanted to bet on Skeens to bounce back?
No, I did not. I bet on the Reds because I thought he wouldn't get any run support. He got run support, but Eugenio hit a home run to cut it to 4-3 in that game, and I was thinking I had a chance, but I think the Pirates just splooged in the top of the 8th or the top of the 9th. Brian Reynolds had a home run. There was a lot going on for them. Brian Reynolds home runs in back-to-back days, which we wanted to talk about because Corey Seager also had home runs in back-to-back days. I feel like we've noticed that a lot of dudes homer in back-to-back days.
Yeah, this is something I started to get on my radar, I think last year, and something I wanted to lean into as well. So I tried to attack it already, and I didn't hit. Maybe it was with Junior or somebody. We'll talk about it. But yes, I like this system, and it correlates with the hot dude theory, and it's just a completely different shift in how you gamble, where it's like, oh, this guy did really well, now I'm going to fade him, or oh, this guy did really poorly, now I'm going to bet on him. You ride into the streaks. Sometimes guys are in slumps. Sometimes guys are locked in. I'm going to bet that way.
Soto, I like that.
Sure. Yep. We'll talk about it. The Phillies came back and won. Poor Nats, man. Poor went out 6-5. I don't know how Sanchez pitched, our Cy Young guy. I don't have any money. We don't have any money on it, but it's, be cool to tout it as they say out there. The Blue Jays lost as -310 favorites. Yikes. They lost the series to the Colorado Rockies. Your White Sox stake, not good against Sandy Alcantara. Sandy had 9 innings, a complete game, shutout, 7 Ks, 3 hits, 10-0. The Fish won. And something I pointed out, all 3 games in the Miami Marlins first series went under. All 3 games in the White Sox series went over. And no thanks to the White Sox with 3 hits in that game.
Yeah, you nailed that. Did you hear Sandy's interview at the end of the game?
Yeah, he said something about I love the fans even though they're not here.
Yeah, fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was very funny. The St. Louis Cardinals won +150 against the Mets. RIP to the Mets, 2-1 there. I don't remember who pitched that game. The Brewers beat up who?
Liberatore and Peralta, is that right?
That's what it was. Yeah, good job. Yep. It was never the Rays, unfortunately. They lost 8-2. More errors, 3 errors the Rays had. 5 hits, 3 errors. That just is not going to cut it. The fielding is so bad. Team is not good. Not going to be a good year for the Rays. It was a must-win game for the Boston Red Sox, and they did not win it.
No.
Trouble in paradise.
Sloppy, boy. They were sloppy. The Red Sox are slop.
Yeah. Not good. They traded for you know what? The Rays, they ship a lot of players. They try to sell high and get back some good pieces. They went in on Griffin Jax last year, who was one of the best closers in baseball for a couple of years. He's been awful.
Yeah. Trevor Story had an error at the beginning of that game that allowed runs. I think that was just one of the worst errors you could ever see. I mean, like literally, he looked like Trent in the warm-ups. The ball just straight up went under the glove. Looked like me as a catcher. It was bad.
Boston loses the game 4-6. They had 7 hits. Nailed Duran with the hits, runs, RBIs. He had a leadoff single, and he got batted in the first inning. We love a first inning cash. And then your boy Roman Anthony came in, pinch hit, an opposite field home run. The Cubs splooged against the Angels. I think Kikuchi pitched in that game. 10 hits. 6 runs, a couple of errors in that one as well. Sloppy defense so far in baseball. Skubal did not get any run support, unfortunately. Gallen shoved. Diamondbacks win +130, 1-0. It was always the Yankees. Great job on the Sunday Steak Special. Cam Schlittler, man, this guy's a dog. There's a guy on VSiN who has him. This guy on VSiN who has him 300-1 to win the Cy Young. He is down to 30-1. How about that? I love these award markets, by the way. They're so overreactive just after a couple games in baseball. It was always the Padres team total over the day after I got hooked on it. They scored 7 runs and won the game.
Good job, BTL. BTL had Giants under team total under for the squad ride.
Wow. Nice job. Very cheeky play. The Royals. It was always the Royals. This is something too we got to pay attention to. Joe Ryan was favored on the road. It looked very suspicious, but those sharp lines are not really cashing as much anymore. So it ended up always being the Royals. I played Noah Cameron stake over strikeouts. I don't know if you were following this game. I was watching it. Over 4.5. He's in the 5th inning. Pitch count got up to 85. 2 outs. Byron Buxton at the plate. Struck him out last pitch for him of the game to get over 4.5 Ks. I did not. I thought that I couldn't believe it. I thought I was going to lose that fucking wager. Yeah. I like Noah Cameron, but I will say this: the Twins bats woke up and were hitting him after they saw him a couple times. Might be something to monitor. And then the Guardians won outright as plus 250 underdogs. Okay.
You want to hear something crazy that I just realized, and I'm pulling it up from Burn? The salami hit yesterday.
It went over. Yeah, because the Royals and Twins ended up having a fuck ton of runs.
20-something runs. They absolutely saved us. There was a grand slam in that game, unfortunately.
100 of that is mine.
Well, 100 of that is yours. Exactly. Yeah, 100 of that is yours. You'll never see it. You'll never see it. Don't even text me about it. Don't even bring it up again here.
No, I proudly claimed it.
Yeah, no. And apparently the Royals Grand Slam was something called a Sonic Slam. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's like if they hit a Grand Slam in a specific inning, must have something to do with Sonic. But a lot of people were telling me that it was a Sonic Grand Slam for the Royals.
Never heard of that in my life.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't.
They royally fucked me.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the game today. There's a baseball game at 2:00. There's only 3. Then we'll talk a little NBA, see what's going on in the NHL, and then we'll wrap it up from here. We do, by the way, have the Valero Texas Open is underway. There we go. Fucking Homa, 2 under through 3. I am on him at 110-1. Smotherman 2 under through 5. Siwoo Kim 2 under through 2. Seabez 2 under through 5. All right, you like to see that. McNeely 1 under through 2. Let's go. Smotherman score check. Yep, 2 under through 5. Smotherman was a big model guy from what I heard when I was listening to some golf talk yesterday, but he's a good dude. Model plays hit all the time. And Yella Maraju is the guy to remember. He was 140 that got bet all the way down to 50-1. All right, Steak. Let's go to the NBA. I'm sorry. Let's go to the MLB. I'm down 1 unit in the month of April. How was your calendar? I'm down.
Was yesterday the first day?
Is today April 2nd? Oh, I'm down 1 unit then. How was your March calendar?
It was bumpy.
Yeah.
I fought like hell, though. I'll tell you that. I fought like hell.
Yeah, well, good. I'm happy to hear it. God damn, it was just never, ever, ever Minnesota Gophers basketball. God, that was pathetic. All right, the Royals against the Twins today. You ready to lock in?
Yes.
All right. Let me get the lineups here. MLB starting lineups. We've got Reagan's going. Oh, my God, against my guy, Taj. Taj Bradley. How did he pitch last game? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You have to be fucking kidding me. How many strikeouts do you think Taj had in his season debut?
10.
He had 9 strikeouts.
Wow, that's a good guess.
This is hard.
Let's look. Maybe our hot dude could come from this game. With a lot of guys homered. Let's look who homered in this game. Yes.
Oh, this is hard. I can't believe he had 9 strikeouts, dude. Oh, my God.
As low as $7.
What?
Tickets as low as $7. Let's see how we do.
Taj is gonna be a good pitcher. Gave up on him.
All right, India homered. That was the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Isabel homered. Bell homered.
Taj Bradley against the Royals. They don't have a lot of success against him. Miguel Garcia, 0 for 9. Witt, 0 for 7. Vinny Pasquantino, 0 for 8. Salvi's 2 for 8. India's 2 for 8. Could be a guy to go back to. Other than that, man, this lineup does not hit Taj well at all. What do you think? Could it be another Taj masterclass?
Do you like the under, or do you think the under is kind of obvious? 9.5.
Well,
He scored 22 runs yesterday, but let me just say, before that, a lot of these games for these teams are going under. 4 runs, 5 runs, 7 runs, 6 runs for the Royals. The Twins have only went over that number one other time this year. So these teams do play to unders. 9.5 total is a lot. And is it inflated because they just scored 22 runs?
No, remember, I told you this. It's always inflated because of the wind.
So it's
23
windy today.
Correct. Always in baseball, have to look at that. 23 mile an hour is out. I don't know that we've seen 23 miles an hour out yet. That is flying. So that is why. That's probably a whole fucking run and a half. That's probably, yeah, maybe even fucking 2. Because, dude, Reagan's a 9.5 for Reagan's is a really high total. He's an ace.
Yeah, but he had a really bad first start.
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
Okay, that's fair.
If anything, it's like, oh, Reagan's is going to bounce back, just like Skeens. You know what I'm saying? KC brought in the fences. That line short with the Royals ace on the bump. I agree. Yep, well said. Yeah, this should be a 7.5, 8 tops. So it's because of the weather.
Okay.
I'm kind of with the line being short. Did you say that, or did somebody in the chat just say
Somebody
that?
in the chat said it, but obviously I get what they're saying.
Do you agree, I guess, is my question?
Yes.
Josh Bell Day, Jeff? Really? Well, no doubt or daddy's a sharp motherfucker. I'm not a Josh Bell guy, so respectfully,
Bell
I'm going to pass.
yesterday.
Who did?
Bell.
You're kidding me.
Not kidding you.
Dude, I like the Twins. I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe I like the Twins against fucking Reagan's. Oh, jeez. Did you talk about Reagan's batter history against the lineup yet or no?
I don't think I did.
Well, let's look at it. Byron Buxton's 3 for 9. That was your guy yesterday.
Yeah, so chat met him today.
Yep.
Buxton today.
Ooh, you know who looked good yesterday? Well, I say looked good. I saw him hit a double. Royce Lewis. Royce Lewis is 2 for 7 with a home run against Reagan's. Ooh, I might have to double down on
a fun nerfy, Paul Miller.
I kind of like Royce Lewis, and I kind of like the fucking win.
I kind of like the under.
Kind of like the Twins.
Okay, I don't blame you. I support you taking the Twins.
Kind of like the Twins. Agree with you on the under. The win thing is scary. It doesn't scare you at all.
Yeah, I'm scared to death. I know I'm going to lose money betting baseball. That's what's so fun about this.
No, I know, but you're not
already decided.
Okay, yeah. Taj is rat shit. Get the fuck out of here, Mr. fucking Pierces and Cootie. All right, I think I'm going to play the Twins. I like Royce Lewis.
Cootie like a slur, and I like that.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you Cootie.
All right, well, let's move on to the next game. I like the Twins.
Okay.
Twins. What do you like? What's your favorite bet?
Under.
Okay, fair. I got no beef with that. Let's go to the next game. We have the Diamondbacks and the Braves. You're Braves. Braves are 4-2. Diamondbacks 3-3. Fresh off of a win against Skubal. You got Rin Nelson going against what's this guy's name? Ronaldo Lopez. That's right. I remember the name. He's not bad. Right now he's got a 1.5 ERA. Nelson, he got beat up his last game. Let's see what Ronaldo did. 6 strong innings in his debut against the Royals. 3 hits, 1 earned run. Only 3 Ks, though. Rin Nelson, what did he do? Not good. Oh, wait. Well, it wasn't bad. 2 hits. How did he get 4 earned runs? He walked 3 guys and he allowed 2 home runs. That'll do it. So he really didn't pitch that poorly. 4 2/3, 83 pitches, only 2 hits. Kind of like the D-backs here, dude.
Yeah.
You just going to be a Braves guy all year? A little bitch?
No, that's no fun. Apparently, that Drake Baldwin double yesterday was absolutely just about a home run. Kind of seems like he's a hot dude. Didn't he drive in all the runs yesterday?
I don't know, but let me go look. Drives in 4 Wednesday, so all but 1. He is, oh my God, he is scorched earth right now. 2 for 3, 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 2 for 4, 1 for 4. He's only had one game he hasn't had a hit. He's got 7 RBIs on the year, and he's got 3 home runs. Hottest dude out there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm intrigued. I get what you're saying about the Diamondbacks. I think they're the right play. I think I would bet runs in this game.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell you what the total was. My bad. I'm not doing a good job of setting the stage in baseball so far. The total is 9 on the black and gold book.
Yeah. Good offensive game from both teams. Wouldn't shock me whatsoever.
Who is playing well in the Diamondbacks lineup, chat?
Well, I think it's the pitching.
I'm going to write an article.
I'm definitely wrong.
I'm going to write an article today, by the way, about guys in the MLB who are off to hot starts and like Drake Baldwin's, just in case people want to get a little familiar. I'll probably do like 5-6 dudes. So keep an eye on that. It'll be on the Book It Sports website. Also, we got to do
Corbin Carroll had a great game in one of the wins.
You know what? I'm going to go look at Beat the Streak right now.
Fernandez, 2 home runs 2 games ago. That's about the only guys that are, I would say, could be described as hot for the Diamondbacks.
Okay. I'm going to go to Beat the Streak, and I'm going to go look at the Prize Picks board real quick. Reagan's 36.5 fantasy score, 16.5 outs. Buxton, 1.5 strikeouts. No shit. This is just the popular tab. Who was the guy? Did somebody give us a Twins hitter or no?
Bell?
That's right. He's not up here.
No, it's too bad. PCA wasn't up there yesterday.
Yeah, and he did something. Dude, Bell. Oh, my God, it's Bell.
I'm totally with that.
Totally I'm with it. I might just go bases. He's smacking one today. Corbin Carroll fantasy score is 7.5. Baldwin is 5.5. Is that low? That's low, isn't it? Baldwin 5.5.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to get cute there one bit.
Okay. All right, fine. And then let me just go to hits, runs, RBIs. No, nothing crazy there. Let's go to pitcher fantasy. Ooh, Taj is low, 22.5. Reynaldo is 23.5. Rin is 23.5. So the I don't know. This is interesting. Not really seeing anything I'm that into. Let me just look at strikeouts. Pitcher Ks. Taj is at 4. That is so fucking low. I like Rin Nelson over, I think. I think Rin Nelson's going to strike these fucking Braves pitchers out. I think I'm going to back Rin Nelson for my Beat the Streak over 4.5 Ks.
Chat saying it's Ryan Nelson.
Oh, it's not Rin?
Apparently it's douchebags.
Ryne. Okay, I just want to make everything clear. I'm happy to be corrected. That ain't my fault. You name your fucking kid Ryne. You want me to pronounce him Ryan?
No, it's definitely the parents' fault.
Thank you.
Insane.
Yeah. Ryan is Ryan. Yeah. In not in my fucking world, it's not. Okay. It is pronounced like Rin, I believe. Really? Well, these motherfuckers better be correct.
Let's listen to the game today and see what the announcers say.
All right. Well, guess what? Ryan Nelson over more than 4.5 pitcher Ks. Locked it in. I did win my streak last night. Steak, his streak is over. And yeah, Degen is correct. Wow. So how about this? Let's have a little accountability, and why doesn't everybody who tried to fucking shame me apologize? That sounds great. Thanks, Trent Addy plug. Where are we? Oh, the last game, Mets and the Giants. 2 poopy teams. The Mets are 3-3. The Giants are 2-4. 0-3 at home, looking for their first home win. Do they get it against the Nets? The Mets tonight. Robbie Ray is pitching. He's a short dog, plus 110. Total 7.5 against David Peterson with a T. What do you like here, Steak?
Not having any luck with the Mets.
Are you betting on them or betting against them?
I actually am not betting on them. Thankfully, I like the team total over the day they scored 0 points. They've scored 1 run in their last 2 games. They have not played a game that's went over 7, and that one was extra innings. I don't even know. I don't even know what you make of the Mets. Their offense is miserable. Juan Soto homered yesterday, and then nobody did anything. They don't have a single hot dude all year. 7.5, I was going to say, is a low total, but it's really not for how low scoring of the game the Mets are playing. I see Stage said Mets here or none. I don't know if I can do it. I almost think the Mets seem so fucking obvious.
Peterson is coming off of a really good game. 5 1/3, only 76 pitches, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks, no earned runs. The history he has against the Giants. The Giants actually have a lot of familiarity against him. Nobody really hits him that well, except for Heliot Ramos is 3 for 8, but Devers is 5 for 16. That's pretty good. It's 313 batting average. These guys can hit him.
Yeah.
They can hit him. I want to go see how are the Mets guys against Robbie Ray. So Ray, if anybody remembers him, I believe he was a Cy Young winner or candidate with the Blue Jays, 34 years old. First game against the Yankees, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 4 Ks. Pretty good outing.
They're not awful.
Not awful at all. The Mets do not hit him well, brother. 1 for 8 is Lindor. That one is a home run. Soto, 1 for 10. Bichette, 2 for 6. Simeon, 2 for 11. Luis Robert, 1 for 10. Not very good. But you know what? I think I kind of like Bo Bichette today.
Okay.
He's gone 1 for 5, 1 for 5, 1 for 5. The only 3 games he's gotten hits. The other 3 he is not. He's a zigzag player right now. He got 1 hit yesterday. Did Bo Bichette and Robbie Ray play on the same Blue Jays team? That would be kind of fun. You're on Bo Bichette? I like it. Yeah, I like Bo Bichette today. Peterson under Ks. Smotherman, is he scorching? God damn it. It's always the fucking model fucker. Damn it. Always 3 under, you son of a bitch. Fuck.
Long way to go. Long way to go.
I know, a lot of golf. But overreacting in the first day is the best. It is.
Siwoo Kim would be the one to overreact to. I think he's 12-1.
Oh, geez. All right. I think I know what I'm doing today. I should write this down, but I keep losing my fucking pen. I think I know what I'm going to do today. I'm going Josh Bell. I'm going Twins. And Twins. I think I'm going to go Diamondbacks, and I like Rin Nelson over Ks. I think he pitches well today. I don't know that I like a Diamondbacks hitter. And then in the Mets game, I like Bo. I like Bo. You know what I like today? I'm going to call it. Bo's having a 4-hit day today, and I'm going to bet it.
Okay, so let me answer JST Crane's question. NBA has been miserable. I'm going to be very dialed back in once the playoffs start, but it's so pointless to bet the NBA right now.
Yeah.
For me, I like Twins, Royals under, Braves, Diamondbacks over. I might take the Nerfy and the Yerfy. I like Bell as well. Player for the Braves. I'm going to have a player for the Braves, but I don't have it yet. And I might just press Juan Soto home run. See if we get the back. He's the back-to-back guy.
Okay, I like that. One of us has to do it. I'm with that. We ride hot dudes and we go back to back. There's no way Russell Ringrose is saying you got to be trolling with the Rin, brother. It's RYNE. What the fuck, Ryan?
I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say Ryan, whatever. I would never in my life call that Ryan ever.
Ever. I would never shit on anybody.
Ryan, spell it like fucking Ryan. What are we doing?
Also, like, you can shit on somebody for mispronouncing something like lasagnas. I get it. I deserve shit. You can't shit on somebody for mispronouncing a fucking name that nobody ever spells that way.
To me, Crutch, that makes the most sense. It's not a good name, but Ryan is what I would guess that name was.
And I keep hearing people telling me I'm right. So
I'm hearing a lot of different things about this name. I actually can't wait to watch the game just for that. And also, Amazon has this thing, if you're an Amazon Prime user, called Big Inning. And it's sort of like Red Zone for MLB. Wow, it was absolutely lit yesterday. I went 2-4, so I was losing just about every bet I was watching, but it was lit. Very enjoyable.
Yeah, very cool. I got the MLB package, so I'm going from game to game. I watched God, God, what did I watch when I got home last night? What was the game? What was the game before? Not the Twins game. Oh, the Yankees game. Yeah, great game. Mariners made it interesting. I tweeted this. I'm not rage baiting, but I got some people worked up about Julio Rodriguez. You see what he's doing?
Yeah, 0.88 batting average or something.
I think it's less than that now. I think it's like 0.0. Some guy commented though. He said if he goes 3 for 4 next game, he doubles his average. It goes from like whatever it was, 0.088.
I saw that guy's comment, and I get what he's saying. I don't think it's something to overreact about, but like also to the point, like, so do we not talk about it? Like, what do you guys want us to talk about?
Yeah.
Julio Rodriguez is struggling. He struggles every April, apparently. Totally fine. We're not saying he's trash. It's just what do people want you to get up here and talk about if it's not talking about the guys who are playing well and not playing well?
Yeah. Oh no, did Max Homa just bogey? All right, Steak. Before we wrap it up, we should talk some yeah. Pistons. Good game tonight, sir. In the NBA. 3.5-point favorites at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 6-4 in their last 10, total 224.5. Could this be an under?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards is questionable. I think he's going to play, but he is questionable.
Okay.
Obviously, Cade Cunningham's out. You already know that. Obviously, Isaiah Stewart's out.
Sorry, I'm putting ESPN on real quick, so you're going to hear something. But I want to go to the standings in the NBA and take a look and see what we have going on here, because is anybody playing for anything right now?
Playing for seeding in the East and playing to be not in the play-in game. So the Magic, obviously, I think they blew it yesterday. They're going to be in play-ins. Sixers are the 7 seed, if I'm not mistaken, but flirting with the
hold on. Yeah, but let's just start team by team. So the Timberwolves we're talking about right now, the Pistons have the overall 1 seed in the East. They're up 4 games against the Celtics. So they're in control. The Timberwolves are in the 6th seed. They're on the cut line of the play-in games. However, they're 4.5 games ahead of the Suns. So both these teams, like, they still have something to play for, but they're not in like panic mode.
Not at all. You could argue very little to play for.
Okay, sure. Because there's 7 games left, and to drop 4 games would be kind of crazy. Okay, let's go. So do you have anything you like in the Pistons Wolves?
I'll wait to see if Ant's going to play, but I'm definitely leading the Pistons.
Okay. Kind of like the under. I don't really know why. Suns are 5.5-point underdogs against the Hornets. Dare I say that spread might be a little short? I mean, the Hornets are fucking rolling. They're 7-3 in their last 10. The Suns, they're not on a back-to-back. My bad. They played the Magic 2 nights ago and lost. The Suns are, again, they're on that cut line. They're the 7 right now, but they have a lot of room they have 3 games between the 8 spot. They're in the play-in game likely no matter what. Let's see what the Hornets are doing. So the Hornets are 8.
Well, yeah.
Right, but the Hornets are 2 games back of the 6 with the Sixers.
Yeah.
So they
both teams care.
I like the Suns.
Do you? I'm okay with that. They're getting respect because they have Jalen Green, Booker, and Brooks. I don't feel like they've had those 3 guys all together that much this year. But now I'm with you. If you like the Suns, that's fine. Just telling you right now, Hornets ain't no fun to fade, man.
No, you're absolutely right. I am curious though, who could this be a Grayson Allen game?
I don't know. Well, why? Because all 3 of those guys are playing. I'd probably maybe go with Connor Gillespie.
Yeah, I like Gillespie, whatever. But what I was going to get at is Grayson Allen's a guy that comes off the bench. He shoots a fuck ton from what I remember when I was doing my box score reviews. And in a game like this, where it's going to be high pace, fast pace, whatever, a lot of scoring, when you're going against the Hornets bench players, likely, maybe it could be that kind of game where Grayson goes off.
I'm okay with that. 100% okay with that.
Yeah, I like the Suns, and I like Grayson Allen. Okay, you've got holy shit, what a game tonight. We've got the Thunder and the Lakers. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for chipping in here. This is what I was kind of getting at. Kobe White versus Grayson Allen. You're not a lock. That's a good one. Yep. It's fast paced. It's the Suns and Hornets. Is it not? Are they not fast paced? Oh, I guess not. Total 224. It's less than the Pistons. Maybe I'm wrong there. My bad.
Lakers piping hot.
Yeah, they're insane. I think they're 15-2 or something in the month of March. They were 15-2 in the month of March. Luka was absolutely insane. Now they're playing the Thunder. The Thunder are -9. Yeah, TD Corral. Thank you. You kept me in check. You're absolutely right. They are not fast paced. Thank you, dude. I don't know. Is anybody taking OKC?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's taking OKC at that number. There's a fun narrative for this game, and it's even though I don't really think Luka has a chance to win MVP, a lot of NBA fans not only think he has a chance, but think he should be the MVP. And he's playing SGA tonight, who's probably going to be the MVP, and it should be a really fun game. I think a lot of people will be betting Luka props today. A lot.
Do you want to
know what I want to do?
Yeah.
I want to bet SGA props.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the Thunder are fully healthy, aren't they?
Thunder are pretty much healthy. I think maybe no Caruso, but the Lakers are healthy too. The only guy they should have out is
Smart. Wow. Funny now the games start mattering and everybody's fucking playing all of a sudden.
Great way to put it, TC. Great way to put it.
Luke has a chance to win the MVP for Wemby. Yep. Well, SGA, from what I heard yesterday, SGA is -400.
Yeah.
Wemby is down to 10-1.
No
way. 3-1. Got it. My bad. Luka has moved down, but he's likely got no chance.
Yeah.
OKC smash spot.
I would say OKC might get the belt out.
I'm with it. All right, this is fun. It's a good NBA board. The Cavs are 10.5 against the Warriors. The Warriors are putrid. Cavs lost against the Lakers. Could be a bounce back spot for them. I don't really have a lot of interest. What about you?
Are they locked into 4?
Let's look. This is why we do this. They are, yeah. Well, they're 3.5 games ahead of the Hawks with 6 games left. No, the Hawks have 5 games left. So I would say the answer is yes.
Okay. Nothing. I'm not interested in betting this game. The Warriors did play last night. They played the Spurs.
They're 1.5 back of the 3.
Okay, so now, yeah. So, okay.
Like they're not falling, but they do have a chance to get to 3. So, could be something, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. I still have no interest.
Okay. And the Knicks have a game up too on them. All right. Blazers 6.5 against Pelicans. I don't really know what anybody would do with this game. Kind of seems light, maybe. A little short.
Nah.
Okay.
No, with Zion Williamson and DeJounte Murray playing for the Pelicans, they get respect for sure. I wouldn't call this line short.
All right, last one. Spurs 3.5. They can still get the 1 seed. They're 2 games back from the Thunder. And the Clippers are in the 8 right now. They're not locked into the 8. Portland is a half game back in the 9. Golden State's 3 games back in the 10.
I cannot believe the Warriors are going to be in the playing game. That's crazy. I wonder if Steph has any chance to play. This spread is short as shit.
It is
short as shit.
It is.
I don't know what else to say. Everybody's playing. It looks like everybody's playing. These are 2 really fucking healthy teams. Garland's finally playing. And the Clippers have been playing good ball. I totally understand. Like anyone who wants to say, oh, the Clippers are playing good ball and Darius Garland's been pretty amazing. Totally fine. This line's short. It is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that TD Kraut's interesting. I mean, that will make the play-in fun, at least. Watching the Warriors in the play-in without Steph sounds truly like a nightmare.
Yeah. All right. I like the Pistons, Wolves under. I like the Suns. I like Grayson Allen. I might tail you on SGA. Nothing for me on the Cavs. Nothing on the Blazers. I'm kind of with you. That line's short. Maybe it's the Clippers, but also the Clippers getting that hook at 3.5 at home. Maybe a little baitish. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Under Clippers, SGA points.
Okay. I'm going to talk a little NHL, but you are more than welcome to sign off to 11:57. Do you want to dip out?
No, I'll sign off.
Okay. All right. Good shit, Steak. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Bye.
All right, guys. You're just with me now. Okay. It's me. And now we can talk about how we're buying stock in JJ McCarthy. Just kidding. Just kidding. You won't catch me buying stock in JJ McCarthy. I'll tell you that. A bunch of fucking know-it-alls in here. That's what we got. All right, let's talk some NHL. What do we got going on in the NHL tonight? Last night was a 3-game slate. Did bet the Sharks. That came through. Oh, boy, we got a juicy-ass slate. Let's run through this as quickly as we can. So we got the Flyers. Oh, boy, the Flyers are playing good. Damn it. Fuck, 7-2-1. They went over their point total. Fuck. Thought about buying into the Flyers, and I bitched out because I am a little bitch. Red Wings, 3-6-1 in their last 10. Yikes. Let's see what the playoffs are looking like for them. Oh, they got 86 points. The Blue Jackets are in that second wild card spot with 88. So these guys, this is going to be a game right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a motherfucking game right here. Can we talk about the Ducks losing? That was gross. I didn't see how it happened, but I'm happy I won that half unit. Yep. Huge weekend for the Flyers. Yep. I will tell you this. When I went on Owner's Box and we talked about the NHL slate, we talked about, I think it was the Flyers and Capitals under 5.5. It was an obvious under and it soared over. We also talked about the Red Wings beating the Penguins. Neither happened. This could be the under. This could be the under. I think I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to take this under. The Canadiens are playing the Lightning. Canadiens playing the Rangers in Madison Square Garden. The Canadiens are fresh off a win against the Lightning. They are in that third spot in the Atlantic. Looks like they're okay there. Yeah. Right. Let me see. Expanded. No, they're not. Boston's on their ass. Ooh, you don't fucking say. So the Canadiens have 96 points. Boston has 94. And as it stands, Boston is in the wild card spot. The Canadiens are in that third spot. But, dude, geez. So that 2-3. So right now the Canadiens are going to play the Lightning. Does anybody want to play the fucking Lightning? 6 wins in a row. Boston's won 4 in a row. God, what a game. Holy shit. I'll tell you what. I don't want to get in front of either of these teams. Nope. One thing I've started to do as I get older is not fade streaks. You got 2 hot teams with Boston and Montreal, and I'm not going to fade either of them. But what I was going to say is I think this line is short as fuck. The Canadiens, minus 140 against the Rangers after just beating the Lightning. The Rangers have been pretty hot, but I don't give a shit. Rangers, bunch of fucking idiots. They've won 3 in a row. They need to just keep tanking. Total 6.5. I don't know, man. You might be enticed a little bit to take that plus price with the Rangers, who have been playing pretty well, but Montreal's also playing pretty well. The question is, do you think the Canadiens might take their foot off the gas a little bit? It could be a little bit of a look at spot. You know what I mean? And then you've got the Lightning and the Penguins. Oh my God, what a fucking game! Lightning looking to bounce back after that loss against the Canadiens, and they're not very comfortable in that 2 spot because the Canadiens are right behind them. So they're going to have something to play for today. Absolutely. Jeez. Good games. You got the Blue Jackets and the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are pretty comfortable in that 1 spot there with the in their division, but you'd have to imagine they want to play maybe for the number 1 overall seed in the East. They're tied with the Sabres for 100 points. Blue Jackets, they got something to play for because they're on the last wild card spot. They're plus 163 against Carolina. That could be a fun dog right there. Columbus shocked the world. You got Boston going in Florida tonight. I'll tell you what, Florida woke up and beat the piss out of the Senators. Are they going to play spoiler again against the Bruins? That's all they're doing now because they're terrible. Shout out to the fucking $150 that I lost at the Panthers to make the fucking playoffs. That was a donation. Plus 220. Should have listened to my buddy who kept saying, too much mileage. Bruins minus 160 on the ROAD. But I did say I don't get in front of teams. I don't get in front of streaks. I don't fade streaks. I don't get in front of hot teams. So I'm not going to do it. Sabres and Senators. God, what a game. What a fucking game. We got some games in the NHL tonight. My goodness. Sens are minus 117. Ooh. What's that thing? The fucking gift that Biev is always posting. I like that. It's very funny. Who started that? Was that Cam Ward? He went like that, right? I always thought he went like he did like that. But I guess I don't know. Why would anybody do that? Senators are favored against the Sabres. I don't know. Am I crazy? Is that the wrong team favored? It's called a scuba. I love that. That's called. You go like this. Who started that? We got to start giving people credit. We should pay. People should get royalties for thinking of these dance moves. Yep. Bring back steak, brother. The show's over. Go home. Turn it off. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Anyways, Senators. Might as well say, bring back steak, motherfucker. Steak is a guy showing you fucking fruit AI fucking and farting videos. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. You guys and your lazy fucking insults just drive me insane. Oh, well, you're doing the scuba dance and bring back steak so we can watch fucking pineapple and water Melina fart. Shut your ass up. Fuck out of here. Fuck ass. You a goofy. That's right. I'm going to start hitting all you motherfuckers with these Gen Z sayings. When you say some stupid ass shit, goofy. How's that feel? Goofy ass motherfucker. That's right. Just got your ass. You a goofy. I fucking love that. Goofy ass motherfucker. Bring back steak. Yeah. No, water Melina farting in your face. Yeah, you want that? That's what I thought. Fuck ass. Anyways, where was I? Senators. Wrong team favored against the Sabres? Maybe. The Devils are minus 107 against the Capitals. What am I missing here? The Devils are dead. Dead. So all the Devils really have to do, Sudarshan, god damn it, the model fuckers are crushing right now. Sudarshan, fucking Smotherman, everybody's in the lead. But Max Homa 3 under. Come on, Max Homa. Sudarshan, god damn it, 3 under through 3, motherfucker. The Devils minus 107 against the Capitals. What's going on here? What's going on? Don't do me like that. Come on. 50. I'm 38. Come on now. This old dude is the go. Thank you very much. Domino's Pizza lover going off the deep end. Yeah, literally. That's why they call it the scuba. Kind of want some Domino's right now. I ain't even going to lie to you. I can't, though. I can't. I've had 2 days of pretty good eating. You know, I got some ground beef in the fridge. I'll probably cook that with my low carb taco shells for lunch, you know. Hit the gym early this morning. No big deal. You see that? Total 6.5. It might be the Devils today. The Devils favored against the Capitals. Similar records. Capitals got a little bit more to play for. The Wild minus 400 against the Vancouver Canucks. Could you imagine if the Canucks did it again? Could you imagine? Yeah. I don't know if they're gluten-free, actually. No, he's not really a big hockey guy, Gents Club Sports. He's not a big hockey guy. That's why he dipped. And that's why I'm still here grinding right now. I have, listen, hand up. I'll own it. I have not respected the ice that much this year. I deserve a lot of shit. I really do. I deserve. As soon as we started to get going, it was that stupid fucking Winter Olympic break bullshit. Oh, but we want to see Slovenia and Latvia. Give me a break. You got the Stars going against the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets have been a big disappointment. However, they have been playing really well. 6-2-2 in their last 10. Stars are not. That's okay. I have been a Stars guy for a while. I think it's the Stars and or the Hurricanes for the Cup, not to win it, but I'm saying like in it. It's okay. You want a little adversity before you get in the playoffs. I'm always okay with that. Edmonton minus 230. It's probably Edmonton tonight. I think what's going to happen after talking to Sir on Owner's Box, unfortunately for him, Edmonton's going to win out and probably win the division. The Ducks are going to lose out. That's just how these things go. I've seen this story 100 times. Utah on the road against the Kraken. No thanks. Got nothing for that. I'm staying away from the Golden Knights minus 240 against Calgary. No thank. Calgary's playing good hockey. 6-3-1 in their last 10. I mean, they certainly have nothing to play for. They're dead. They just want to play spoiler. What about, could that be the dog of the night? I want tonight's Vancouver Canucks, guys. They just lost 9-2. I want tonight's Vancouver Canucks. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? Olympics were awesome. Don't be a hater. Well, hey, if being a hater is shitting on the Winter Olympics, I am Miles Davis, Chopman 007. I'm sorry. Never been a Winter Olympics guy. Well, that's not true. When I was younger, I liked some of the stuff. I haven't really been in the Olympics for a while. I like Calgary. That could be tonight's. They just beat the Avs. Calgary did. It says they lost 9-2. No, I think you guys are wrong. No, they lost 9-2. Oh, the Canucks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want tonight's Canucks. I want the team that's going to upset the favorite, the big favorite, you know? Vancouver, you said Nucks. What are you talking about? Yeah. Yes. Okay, let's start over. I want tonight's Vancouver Canucks, meaning the Canucks were a big underdog yesterday and they won outright. I want that tonight. Ron Muck says it could be Chicago. Okay. The Sharks -120 against the Leafs. No, thank you. And the Predators 5-4-1. Do they have anything to play for? Let's check the standings. Let's go look at the West. They do. They're trying to get that last wild card. Oh, that's a big game. Kings and fucking dude, fuck the Predators. Kings on a back-to-back? No way they beat the Preds, right? Yeah, come on. No, I don't think so. Kind of with you, lads. I can see that. I don't think any of the plus 200 dogs win. I'll tell you what I like. I might be spraying this board. I might be spraying I need a green day. I need a green day so bad. Call me Dookie because I need a green day. That's my tweet. All right. Nobody steal it. I'm sure fucking Biev will do it. Shout out to Biev though. Big Biev guy. Flyers in Detroit under. Rangers Canadians. No, thank you. Lightning Penguins. Dare I say the Lightning are in an obvious bounce back spot? Dare I say it? Columbus would be a fun one. Panthers could be a fun one. I think the Senators being -117 against the Sabres is insane. I think the Devils being -107 against the Capitals is kind of interesting. I'm not going to do the Blackhawks. No, Ron, not for me, man. I think it's the Oilers. Winnipeg against Dallas. Dallas has got to get right. Could be Winnipeg. Winnipeg's been playing pretty well. I might take a shot on Calgary to fuck with the Knights. I could. Yeah, that could be a fun one. I mean, the Panthers just fucked up the Senators. Maybe they're just like, screw it. A couple games left. Let's just play spoiler, you know? I am literally a professional yapper. That's all I do. That's all I do. And I will scuba every now and then. I like that. I like scubaing. I don't like all the shit fucking Fortnite fuckers and Gen Z does, but I like some of that. Nothing with Utah. Nothing with San Jose. I like the Kings. I don't know if the Kings look easy, but I do like the Kings. All right. That's it. That's a strong show for you guys. All right. Can we get some fucking claps? We just stayed through 10 minutes past and grinded the NHL slate for you. That's right. I'm fucking starving over here. Yeah, lads, you're way, way, way too late about this. Way, way, way too late. You're 4 months late. We don't go. That's what I used to tell my dog when we would walk. We don't go backwards. It's not part of the contract. No, we got to get away from the word degenerate. It was a bad word in the space. All right. But this is like asking this is like when my wife, when I start a show and she doesn't pay attention for 30 minutes, she's like on TikTok or Instagram. And then she starts to pay attention. It's like, okay, so what's happening? No, that's not, we don't do that. All right, guys. Have a great day. Good luck on all your wagers. BTL will be on in about 20 minutes. And we will see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for the last board review of the week.